Hello, everybody!
Hi.
Hello.
It's a new year. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope
Yeah,
you had a good
Happy
Christmas.
New Year!
Swallow, Oddie, honestly.
Audie, what did you just stuff in your mouth? Timing.
Digestive.
Oh,
digestives!
digestives are so good.
Caramel.
Ew,
Oh,
I take it back. I don't want any.
wow.
Wow.
All in favour to kick Alice from the party, say aye.
No,
No.
she's hosting.
I'm joking, I don't like caramel either. It's all good, Alice. I'm with you
I'm
on
not
that.
a
I'm
caramel.
a hit and miss a caramel. It's sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
But they're
Weird.
chocolate
People are heathens.
digestives.
Yeah,
Chocolate digestives, I'm all on
Good.
board for.
honestly,
I will,
only
like,
eat the dark chocolate ones as well. So
I'm like half tempted to make an
That's
Uber
okay.
Eats order for literally just chocolate.
I've never heard of digestive chocolates.
they're like wheat biscuits. They're
to kick
so
Kalana from the
good.
party.
Kalan, we need to educate
Hey,
you.
so I'm
They're
coming
actually
over and
really
I'm bringing
delicious.
all the snacks.
Good.
I'm willing to dump 200,000 channel points on.
Have you tried pfeffernuss?
Yes.
I have, yes.
I haven't tried
It does sound familiar.
They're like ginger
It's-
biscuits.
Picture like
Oh, I
a
don't like
Krispy
ginger
Kreme donut, but ginger, sort of a gingerbread biscuit.
No,
But it's
gingerbread
got like
can
the
go
sugar
die.
glaze.
Oddie.
That-
All right, we're back to
Wow.
kicking Audie out of the
Gingerbread
party.
can go
No. Let's
Alright,
play
I don't
Dungeons
like
and
sweet
Dragons.
ginger.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
Audie.
I say I don't like sweet ginger, but I've got a ginger drink.
Brexit means Brexit. Sorry.
Okay then.
I know which side of the fence I'm on.
I wish I could say he was wrong.
Ooh, new map? Oh, wait, no, just world map.
No, not new map. It's just world map. Just world map.
Okay.
I figured we'd go here because it's been
God.
a while.
Have not. Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a very long time since we've seen World Map.
So hi
What?
everyone. We're the Stormy Dragon Tavern, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. By the way,
Yeah, yeah.
we haven't been on for
Dragons
a
and
little while.
Dungeons.
So we're
No.
back.
A whole year almost, it feels like.
We haven't played since last year.
Correct, we have not.
No, those blue lines were fine. We already knew about that. We knew that that was the intended path. Whether or not he made it was another story. So, with that, let's get into some recap. Things have been interesting. How far back should we go? That is the question. So I left the party to try and save his people because they got attacked by
Too far.
demons. The rest of the party made their way north into Tanzanite, where they have met up with Xantix, another member of the Xel'nari, who was at the Xel'nari outpost previously, but has retreated back to Tanzanite after the rest of his squad was obliterated by what we don't know exactly. He believes it to be wyverns, but
Storm has proven that
party
he's full
seems-
of crockery.
I was gonna say the party seems to doubt him on that. They made it into
Because he's a
Tanzanite where
gnome.
they immediately attempted to set up communications with the Queen. There was a bit of a delay in which they enlisted the help of dear old Dad. Kovac's father has been introduced to the party. It seems that the apple does not fall far from the tree when it comes to personality. With him being a member of the court system, he had insider access and was able to set up a meeting for them with the Queen, of which the party was concerned going in of how it would be taken. The Queen being known to be rather formal, rather strict on rules, and not to be addressed by anyone who is not of a certain standing. Thankfully, that turned out not to be the case. She was more than welcoming of the Xel'nari members, and quite forthcoming with information, and willing to provide what information she could, as long as they were willing to be honest and trustworthy to her, which they seem to have been. She seems to have gotten along with them and like them, so they have their heads still, so that's a good sign.
We like that.
Yeah.
Storm has made an agreement with the mining corporation that if she gets them access back into the mines, she will be given access to a crate full of explosive charges. The rest of the party is not aware of
not
this
aware
fact.
of this.
But some of us support it.
Whilst investigating why the mines have been closed off to the miners, Xantix separated from the party. You know, wise thing to do when you think it's all safe and sound. To speak with a gnome. I know it's one of those horrible, ugly things that we definitely want to execute. The gnome in question was Felrug Twinboot.
That's
Who
right.
was he was in charge of the investigations into the safety of the mines after an incident with one of the steam engines that are still relatively new to the city, and so the mines have been closed off to investigate the structural integrity and safety for the city above. However, it was closed off for much longer than it should have been, hence the party investigating. He was very unwilling to give information at first. However, upon a extremely bad failed attempt to escape from from the party, from Xantix, he was whispered quietly in his ear that he would be killed if he told them anything. And just as he was writing down some form of information, he was indeed killed, shot from a great distance by a dart that penetrated him, paralyzing him, and killing him almost instantaneously. Xantix took the opportunity to get the shit out of Dodge and ran for his life.
Dodge out of shit? Yeah, no shit out of Dodge,
and
that's right. Sorry.
the rest of the party decided to make their way over towards him as his little puppy friend had caught up with them to tell them that he was in trouble.
I thought it was. I asked to get
Provide the note, yes.
the seal so I could get the
Yes.
thing, and you also did forget to mention that I did, before I ran for my life from the building, did get the plans to the mines that we were looking for, so we had an accurate map.
Correct. But you then went back there anyways.
Yes.
So you would have been able to obtain them. So yes, the plans for the mines have been found, and the party is aware of where they need to get access. There is still no information of why it is closed off still, and what is actually going on down there. But having seen the assassin with Storm's very keen eyes as she was looking out the window, she noticed the glint of an arrow about to be fired into the party. She was able to direct Mug to dimension door them out to the would-be assassin. And this has revealed that the demons are definitely within the city. How many of them? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the one, maybe there's more. But whatever their plans are, it clearly involves the mines in some way, as they were desperate to keep that information from getting out. However, they were unable to apprehend or slay the demon in question. She was able to dimension door herself and get away. To where, we don't know. But it is definitely apparent that both parties now know the other is within the walls, and are probably thwarting each other's plans. So, without any further ado, I think we'll get into it, where I believe the party was going to start making their way back into the religious district, so I'll change the map
That was
back
our
over.
original plan before we got summoned elsewhere.
You weren't summoned anywhere.
We
But-
went.
You made your
to
way
the-
back
yeah.
into the infrastructure district to investigate, and
Yes.
we brought out the smooth jazz as Kovac
Yes.
brought out the investigation kit and went
Yes.
full CSI.
Yes.
Mm.
Summoned elsewhere. The way Storm sees it. This was not part of the plan. Hello.
Well, everyone said they wanted maps to the mine, and it's like, well, if I'm passing through there, I'll just get them.
You
It's
just
not
got a
my
man
fault
killed.
things went wrong.
But remember, the best nomicides aren't planned, right, Storm?
Shut up! I'm sorry.
Thanks, bro.
Perfect.
Man, Storm is still
Oh.
traumatized by that. You know that was the first
Well, then-
person she ever killed, alright?
Killed.
Well, then
I was gonna say you
Storm-
can't even be mad because you know it's true.
Reach in your heart.
Storm isn't the
I
one
know it
person
to
in
be
this party that
true.
tries to not kill people and probably has the highest kill count. All because of nomicides.
I was gonna say,
Who
I think
caused the avalanche? Because they probably have the highest kill count.
That was me.
So there we go. Zoe.
Wait, but- Who are you talking about? Creatures or people?
The people.
For people, it's probably Storm.
Creatures.
Oh
But
no, she's definitely
overall
not killed the
kill
most
count,
in
it
the
is-
party. Definitely not.
It is Kovac because of well, actually, it was Storm's fireworks that set it off.
But I was the one who. I told my unseen servant to light them.
Yeah. Okay, so the unseen servant has the highest kill count.
Oh,
Perfect.
we are outsourcing problematic morals. I love it. So, can we, Kovac, can we get your unseen servant to flip
We
a
have a
switch on a
hybrid.
trolley system?
Alright, okay.
Yes.
I'm going to set up a trolley system for you now.
I
at some
do
point.
believe I'm still on the roof with Mug.
And I was
Yes.
flying over there as quickly as I could. I had also
I
cast
was in
fly
your
on.
arms.
I mean, I cast fly on you as well, and so I was kind of pulling you
Oh
behind.
yeah, because I was using my spell to kind of like, I was Flappy
Mhm.
Birding.
Oh, that's right! And Storm is like mostly naked.
So it's normal.
Helpful addition there, Alice.
I just remembered that she threw away her outfit.
Her very
Hardly ever-
nice sari.
But she kept all the jewelry.
Okay.
She's still wearing the
That's
Has
a
jewelry.
no
Sorry.
interest in the value of the jewelry, just
No,
that
no,
it's
no,
shiny.
just ooh, shiny, pretty.
It's sure, Julie. It's fine. So Kovac is gonna land
Mhm.
on the opposite rooftop. So we didn't see a huge amount from our perspective, did we? We saw them in
you-
dimension door.
You saw them dimension door. You would have seen the cloud of darkness appear, and then it would have been very hard to see anything much else from that, other than the two basically settle. Obviously, not on guard for another attack because she disappeared.
Yeah. So did we see demonic hostile?
No, you wouldn't have seen it.
So Kovac is going to touch down and just look to Storm and Mug and say, "Who was here? What did you see?"
We did have the telepathy network up, didn't we?
Yes, we did for
We had a
this.
conference call.
It is still up as well.
It's bad.
Manageable?
It's bad enough that I think you're going to want a drink.
Speak.
Let's.
Or think.
Well, yeah, through the telepathy network, demon and assassin inside your city. Do you like rum, vodka, or gin?
Absinthe.
Tea.
Yes. Let's head back to HQ.
We need to tell someone in authority something. The Queen must be alerted to this.
Looking around. Whoa. No, it won't work. It's okay. All good. And also, Storm doesn't know how to use it, so I just realized it wouldn't work.
Kovac, there's nothing productive we can get by informing the Queen tonight.
We were
Has-
making our way to the temple. I think that is a better endeavor at this hour than disturbing the queen. We can go see her in the morning. Or
Has-
write her a letter and get... You can send Wisteria to send letter.
No, I cannot. We are having an argument.
Why are you fighting
What?
with your bird? That does not seem very.
How?
Why would you
Uh,
fight with bird? That seems a little bit silly.
I'm not going into specifics. I'm merely informing you that wisteria is not an option at present. I hope to remedy the situation soon.
Well, does anybody else have any other means of sending message to Queen that is of letter form, like
Would
deliver?
Tomorrow morning.
I was to say, Ash, would the Xel'nari HQ have
Yes.
Messenger birds.
a way to? Yeah. we'd
Okay,
be
so
able
yeah.
to
Ah,
leave a message there.
Mug is awesome. Mug has plan.
Oh no, you could just message the Queen.
No. I can't. I am out of spell slots to do ascending. However, I can finger paint an invisible message that will only be visible by a person that I name. Illuminator's tattoo.
I produce one of my many sheets of paper, hand it over to you. Xantix, perhaps your delightful canine companion can take this to the guards of the palace.
I mean, sure, but why would the guards accept that?
Look, sure.
If we drop the communication off at the Xel'nari HQ, we have regular correspondence with the Queen from there.
Yep.
And it'd be more likely to be taken directly to her. Whereas if we just have Corin just drop it off there, the guards would be like, well, what the fuck? This makes no sense.
That will work. We should also absolutely inform Xel'nari HQ, so we tell them, they tell the Queen, all is well. We can
Just be
proceed
careful
with
with
our...
not spreading too much information to too many people. Remember, we don't know who we can trust. We do not know who is affected and who has eyes on the inside. We do not know.
Yes, but our
Well,
people are in danger.
On top of that, Storm, at this point, if this means of communication is not safe, then the demons already know too much because these lines of communications have been heavily involved in our own investigation as is.
No, we've been using the planetaria weird scrying thing and magical messages
No.
to Barda.
No, you're not understanding here. If you cannot trust Xel'nari HQ, the fact that the reports that you have submitted that have now been filed and catalogued and researched, if you don't trust Xel'nari HQ, well, that's too late now. Everyone at Xel'nari HQ with the appropriate authority knows.
I do believe the full reports were left with Barda to take straight back to the Xel'nari director.
Kovac did submit a very thorough report.
I believe so.
They were copies, but I did also give copies to Barda.
Yes. So if we can't trust the Xel'nari HQ, then there is no one we can trust in this city.
I believe Xantix to be correct. We have to trust someone, otherwise we will not get anywhere in a city this large. And the Xel'nari are a good institution in which to put our trust. Seeing as we are members of the Xel'nari, yes.
That is what my people thought of their god.
And trusted associates.
Yes.
That is what my people thought of their god. And they were very wrong to put their faith in what they had put their faith in for over 1,000 years.
No.
We don't know, is all I'm saying. We should not put caution to the wind just because we think we have already been compromised.
Caution is already being thrown out to the wind. It's too late to say put caution to be cautious. The damage is done. At this point now, we are tying our hand behind our back to continue forth this investigation if we start being circumspect now.
Perhaps there is a middle ground that we can find. If we inform, broadly speaking, what we have found without putting in details, then if there is any compromised communication, they won't necessarily know the extent of our knowledge.
See,
Just
that is what I mean by caution.
Yeah.
Why do you not understand? Mug, why are you the only wise person here?
'Cause
She
I'm
gets
awesome.
grumpy and like pouts off into a corner.
And Mug's head grows ever larger.
Right.
And Mug's ego swelled 3 sizes that day.
It's that day.
Mug, Xantix, if you are content to handle the correspondence, there's something more I wish to look for in Thelrug's office. So if you excuse me, and she flies away. And flies back through the window she launched from previously.
You probably would have seen Mug for the last 5 minutes has tried to like climb down off the rooftop very badly.
At some point, I feel like Storm may have cast levitate on you, but she wouldn't tell you.
Actually, no. No, climbing he can actually do. It's just balancing he can't.
Right, because climbing is strength-based, not dexterity-based. Yes, I see.
So
It is a 3-story building, so yeah, I hope you can climb down that.
Yeah.
Storm just
the
jumps.
whole Dex mod of -2 means yeah.
Just.
Storm just jumps and lands superhero style.
Up on these.
Negates all the damage.
You hear a slight word in Orcish under Mug's breath.
She
Hold on,
doesn't
hold
pay
on,
you any mind because in her mind that's
Doing-
normal. She doesn't understand why you're climbing.
I nearly chose Orcish. Nearly.
What do you mean? You didn't. The rest of us did, clearly.
Hmm. Superior language for insulting people.
I
Nah,
They have
that's just
47
this.
They have 47 ways of saying your mama's fat.
didn't get a choice in my languages. My story dictated them for me.
Mm.
Oh,
Whose
dear.
fault's that?
Well, that sounds like a really dumb but also clever and story way to do it. You know, who'd ever want to do something as inclusive as that? And like,
Yeah, like the language of my people. Both
Bonnie,
of
what are you
them.
talking about? Your languages are also based
Shut
off
up.
stories. I remember going through them with you.
Yeah. I
look,
essentially
it made
didn't choose
sense
languages
at the
either.
time. It made sense of the character development.
I did choose languages. Ish.
All right, so
Oh, I
You just basically looked up a diary, put like multiple fingers down, and go, "I'll take them."
Five
no, like
languages.
actually, legitimately, mine are all like racial based, and that's it. I didn't get any with my class or anything. So yeah.
So, Pervec's going back into the building where Xantix is still currently in, and you two have climbed down off the roof. Sam, were you going back with Kovac or staying on the roof?
I'm not gonna stay out in the flappy world of bird. My brain is slow right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the spell up. I'm gonna try and put myself back in the room. Realize that I'm now not only have to do up and down, but I also have to see something I can't see, and probably just going like a fly, just a little, not like once, and I'll probably just try and get myself in. Because if I've heard mentally that of what we've seen, I want to keep an. Oh, it's only in a minute anyway. I think it doesn't last very long. So yeah, I'll go back with them
Right.
and
Party is
request
separated
my
once again.
milk.
We're just on opposite sides of the road. It's fine.
No, it's like a good block and a half across.
What? Oh dear.
It's within 500 feet.
Yes.
While I am kind of like flying back in, I do want to take a look around because I just suddenly realized we're casting spells quite openly and doing things.
Storm
Has
wasn't.
anyone like
Should be
called
pretty
the
chill.
guard or anything on us?
Yes.
The guard were already here.
there.
Oh, okay, then yes.
Because
I-
there
The
was
guard-
a gunshot that went off, and
the
guards
murder.
were alerted. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just kind of like wave as like I kind of go in like hi, and then I'll just go in.
I'm just presuming that we're all going to join Kovac back at the crime scene.
Also, Mug's keeping an eye out for Wisteria.
Why?
Because friends don't let friends fight with friends.
Mysterio is nowhere to be seen at the moment.
Yep. But in general, if there happens to be a bird nearby that looks like Wisteria, Uh, Mug may try to telepathy at it and see if it is.
All right.
Deary me.
So where are we going from here?
I wish to toss this man's office.
Storm, once she gets there, because obviously she's a little behind, is gonna try and case the outside of the joint and see, like, if there's any signs that she can see of, magical enchantment. She suddenly realized earlier today that she could see magical things. She's like, what's this thing? So she's gonna kind of look around, see if she can see any more of those weird orb things, right? As well as just general signs of, like, things out of place, I guess.
I'll get you to make me an investigation check, please.
Yes,
And same for
not
you,
my
Kovac,
strong
as you go
suit, but
through
that's okay.
the building.
Oh, I'm so good at investigating, you guys. You have no idea.
Ooh.
And you'll roll a 2.
I rolled a 4. But the
16.
end result of that is a 13.
16 for Storm.
Okay, on the outside of the building, there doesn't seem to be any obvious signs of tampering or magic or anything. It definitely seems that the Huntress was definitely staying a great distance away and had no reason to be up close. Seeing the scrying eye that you saw, not even though you don't fully understand it, it definitely means that she had other ways of being able to detect stuff going on and keep an eye on things without having to be present herself. As for
Yeah,
you, Kovac, going
Storm
through the room,
doesn't fully understand what's happening. She just knows she could see a magical thing, so she's looking for other magical things. Not
Yep.
even sure if she's doing it right.
as for you, Kovac, going through the office, you notice that it was at some point an extremely well kept office, very, very well organized. Everything was filed to perfection. They even had little color coded little notes on everything. It was very organized. And then, approximately 4 or 5 months ago, it started getting more and more disorganized. Things were filed incorrectly. They didn't take notes on things. There was obvious mistakes. So it definitely seems that whatever was influencing him took place several months ago and clearly was on his mind a lot and was affecting heavily his work.
Okay. Is it possible for me to locate something specific?
There doesn't seem to be much actual information on the mines itself and the investigations. Everything you do find seems to be very obvious filibustering. It's,
Oh, okay.
investigations are ongoing. We've found a new fault with XYZ. It's a lot of obvious. He needs to have a report. He needs to present something. So he's just made something up that sounds plausible enough to continue keeping the mines closed.
Does he have a copy of, like, as-built schematics of one of the boiler works down there?
No, he would not have that.
Okay.
I believe that was one of the things I did grab, though, wasn't it?
Oh, great.
You had a blueprint of the mines and where they were situated.
Ah, yeah. Sorry,
but not actually the construction of them.
That's okay. I can try the things.
You found blueprints on the construction of it in your house, though.
That is what I was probably going to go and grab then. So 45 months ago.
But again, from the map that Xantix found, you know that they are not actually blocking off access to the steam engines themselves. They're blocking off access to the deep mines.
Oh.
Because they're
Okay.
saying that it has caused problems down there.
Which makes no sense.
Very little sense, yes.
Okay. However long it's taken me to sort through, I'll just say in the mind link. Things appeared to deteriorate with his work quality for around 4 to 5 months ago. He most likely has been affected by them for some time.
Oh, did
Ah.
we investigate his body at all?
We did.
Did he have the markings on his arms?
Yes, he did.
I couldn't
Oh
remember.
dear.
Hey, Kovac.
Yes.
Bit of an odd request.
Mhm.
Could you get your dad to deny us access to the palace each day?
Deny us.
Yeah.
To what end?
Well, we turn up for an appointment. They tell us, we'll see if you can fit us in.
Oh,
We're
I
there
like
for an
this
hour or two.
plan.
And then they say, sorry, not today. But in the meantime, we get to hang out in a place where we can't be scryed. And we're immune to magic and safe. Like for an hour or two each day, we can just be, fuck you, demons. As I said, odd request, but
Would that not be suspicious in of itself, though?
Or considering
that's
we are
why-
Xel'nari agents, can't we just go there anyway?
The
Just
Queen
be there?
did request to not make our visits too overt or too frequent during our meeting with her, so that may not be possible. I can ask though.
there could be a long-term benefit for the if the Queen distances herself from the Xel'nari publicly, the demons may not feel that they have to move immediately.
That is what I was thinking too.
Yes, court's a fickle pack of snakes,
I
and word will get around.
Yeah, I think after our meeting with the Queen and our presence being very obvious in our visit, I think our future visits should definitely be much more discreet. And that this display of the Queen not wanting to see us after having just seen us might be for the best for the people here in the safety of her safety and of our safety. It will give us better time for them to think that we are struggling and uncoordinate.
Because I don't know much about the scry spell. How does it fully work? Do they hear us? Do they just see us? Like what does that entail? It's not part of my full repertoire, or is it? I don't know. I've not really looked into it.
I believe both. I believe both sight and hearing become available via a scry spell.
That reminds me, I did not get the chance to properly say before, but I did see the strange orb thing. No one else saw it, but there was strange orb. It would occasionally look like eye and then occasionally look like ear.
Interesting.
What?
Us with Arcana knowledge, would we recognize that as some kind of scrying spell?
Yes, you would. Yeah.
I don't know
and yes,
what
the,
it
the,
was.
the spell is capable of either seeing or hearing, but not both at the same time. So that's why it switches back and forth between the two.
That's scrying. Someone was scrying on this location.
Oh, is that what
Yes.
it was? I've never seen one before. It was my first time
Yeah.
seeing it.
You don't. It's invisible.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
But I could see it clear as day, like I can see you or Wisteria when she is here.
Which
Okay.
makes you the anomaly, not us.
Mug's going to cast invisibility on himself. So no one else can see Mug, and then Mug's going to go, can you see me?
Can I
And we're
see him?
gonna be, oh no, Mug is gone. Where has he gone?
No.
Are we doing it like we know when parents do it to their children, like, oh no, where they gone? But what I'm curious about like true seeing and that kind of thing. This is more for me as an out of character situation, because people describe dark vision like seeing in not ultraviolet, but like like it's
Black
like
and white.
nighttime. Yeah, black and white. Is see invisibility? Is there like some difference like overall? This is a more a general question to the group, the outside world, or does it what be different like for us? I'm just me being curious. Like, do you see
That's
things
fair.
exactly as they should be, or is there like a
No.
glimmer, shimmer, or
Yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of like an ethereal outline, or it's not solid. It's almost like a vision or
So-
hazy.
When
Mhm.
Mug turns invisible, Storm focuses for a second on like, can I see you? You disappear for a second, but then she sees like an aura around you, purple or whatever of the evocation. Is it evocation invisibility?
Illusion, I believe.
Illusion.
Illusion.
Yeah,
I
so
think
it's
blue then.
it's not necessarily you wouldn't see an outline of him.
No, just an aura.
You just see there is an essence of magic in that area,
It
and it's
says
not
you
specific
see
to directly.
a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Oh,
And you
Yes,
learn the
visible.
school of magic.
Yeah. So you
Visible
don't see
is
him.
the thing.
because I'm not a visible creature.
If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature. Oh, you're right. So I can't
So,
see him if he's invisible.
But
You
you,
would- you
can
would all
sense
line
magic
up.
in the area.
Correct.
Yeah.
I can
And
sense
plus,
that
a
he's
bunch
there.
of us would. You would also. A bunch of us would also light up because of our magical items.
Yeah.
That we
Yes.
wear
So
and such.
so you could go. There's some kind of illusion in that direction,
Mhm.
but not be able to tell exactly what kind of illusion spell it is,
Hmm.
or what's going on. Just a
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
okay?
So she
okay.
looks at Mug and goes, I cannot see you, but I can tell you're there.
Mug looks down to like the water skin at his sort of belt and realizes that he could do bad things to the people while invisible, and then goes and drops the spell.
dearie me.
You didn't see nothing.
So we can.
Hmm.
That is a very useful ability that you have come upon, Storm.
I've also noted that I can see further in the dark than I've ever been able to see before.
Impressive. Has your encounter with your father yielded other benefits? You seem to be more magically inclined since seeing him.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him since the last time we cast that spell on the fish.
Yes, but now you can go inside your compass.
Yeah, but I cannot talk to him in the fish. I'm in the
I'm not-
compass.
I'm not talking about you. You are talking to your father, therefore you can do magic. It's you have spoken to your father, and he literally offered you power.
I mean, that is true. He said, I am going to ascend, so here is my mortal power that I have on Earth that I am leaving.
Okay, which means that the powers that you are manifesting, the magical gifts that are becoming more apparent over time, are an aspect of your father. That has been solved. What are we doing?
I didn't know it was
Crying.
a mystery. I just... Okay. Why are you crying? Sam, are you sad?
So no, sorry, it's just what's happening.
We are informing Xel'nari HQ of the encounter. We are going to go to the religious district to investigate the church, and then we are going to rest and prepare to enter the mines tomorrow morning. Yes?
When we say we're going to inform them, are we actually officially going there?
We can write them a
Oh, I don't know if we're going to use that big machine thing.
or some confidential correspondence courtesy of Mug's finger.
I would also, Mug, when you've got some time, I hear this mentally.
Mm.
I would like to have a message sent to my brother at some point.
Okay, but that'll be in the morning, and won't we be back there by morning? Isn't he back at HQ? Oh no, he went to the.
He is
Did we-
currently at the embassy.
Wait.
In the embassy sector, at the Xel'nari embassy.
Yep.
We
So
should...
he's within the city walls. In fact, you're actually not that far away from him at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, but it's instead of
I
trying to run around and work out which bird or animal is currently my brother, I thought I'd go easier to the source, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's me looking at every single animal intently, going, "Are you my brother? Are you my brother?"
I'm sure you have some kind of method that you've worked out with each other.
Yeah, can't be bothered. It's the whole like, we've worked it out. How in this giant big city, how long
much
will it
effort.
actually take? Sam's like, it's an easier thing right there called Mug. If Mug is feeling nice and generous.
Storm is gonna like.
You muted yourself, I think? Or did your headset die?
No.
Storm is going to look frustrated.
I think I'm gonna.
Sign language! Sign language!
Or a USB-C cable.
Use your words. Oh wait, that's the problem. Oh wait, I don't think.
Okay,
I
now
don't
you
actually
have
hear
audio
her.
again. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Okay, I was gonna
stream
say, can
can't
you
hear
hear
you
it?
if I can't hear you. I think. Anyway, Storm, if there is nothing else we need to do here, we should go to the temple before it is too late. I wish to speak to the
Which
people that have been
temple?
suffering from their dreams. I feel like this is a very important
sounds good.
clue to understanding what is happening here.
Then after the temple, we go back to Xel'nari headquarters, and not to the Riazi residence.
I believe this is the safest option.
Yes. Perhaps this is something to consider. At the moment, we should not be around anyone who hasn't volunteered to put their life in danger for some reason.
In that case, then perhaps we should not visit the temple.
Maybe it is better
The-
that only myself and Mug go to the temple then.
The
But
people
you two
in
were
the
specifically seen.
I am a little bit more proficient at blending in than some others, and I think Mug and I have the best chance of talking to the people to find out what is going on.
We are not leaving you alone in the temple. If you would like a bit of privacy, the rest of us can simply wait outside.
No, it's not privacy. I think it is just
as a
better.
giant eagle.
It is just better to travel
mean,
as less of a group. We are very eye-catching.
But we are also strong together.
And I mean, I literally was just attacked by an assassin when I was just by myself. It seems like a bad time to be separate, as we know there is
Yes,
a
but you
powerful
are you, and you
assassin.
went and did things without even talking to us. It's not like we were
I
part of
did.
plan. You
Excuse
just
me.
disappeared and went off. I went to find you where you were supposed to be, and you were not there.
Excuse me.
Xantix, you were
Excuse
attacked
me.
while trying to break into a government building.
No, I was speaking with the person who was who was murdered. I wasn't breaking
Did
into anywhere.
Didn't you break into the lock by shooting it?
I thought the door was locked, but it wasn't locked when I realized something suspicious was going on. So technically, no, I did not shoot the lock. Merely because the
Can I
door
roll
was not locked.
Can I roll for bullshit? Is there a roll for bullshit?
But no, I did not break into
Inside.
the building. I was let in, and then I realized something was suspicious when they were dragging for time. And I found them hanging out the window trying to escape.
Yes, but the point is that you came here of your own accord instead of working with us
No,
as a
it's-
team and
no.
party.
Excuse me, no, it was not. It was specifically mentioned after you disappeared to do your own thing. I don't even remember what.
No, I
that-
went to find you.
No, I said I would go to get my things, and then I will swing by to the infrastructure office to get the plans, as I know what to do about that.
This was
This
agreed upon,
already
Storm.
stated. Yes.
Truth be
Was
told, I
it-
believe you
I
did actually state
understand that you have some kind of disliking for me, but please don't pull bullshit when there is no need for it.
Okay, I stand corrected. I just misremembered. But my problem with you is that you're too you.
I could be arguing
Even
that you're
Sam
pretty
does
you.
that. What?
But also the fact that you're saying you can blend in when you're a giant blue-furred cat person in a nation that has only seen them as of what, 3 days ago?
Well, at least I don't
That's
clink
fine.
and clunk everywhere I walk.
That's
That is
fine.
more common
Actually, my armor does
than
not
being a
clink and
cat.
clunk. It is made of mithril, so it's actually quite quiet. Thank you very much.
Still loud,
Xantix,
loud enough.
there will be no problem getting Storm to the temple without being noticed. You have
no.
a mug of tea, which is like a guarantee, but for mug.
Oh no, I'm just finding it ironic, her saying that she would
Like a
blend
tea?
in when she is the most least likely to blend in out of everyone in this
You see,
party.
the difference is I don't need to blend in. I can just be
No. But you
dexterous upon
specifically,
roofs. It is
but
getting
you
dark.
specifically
is-
said blend in. That was your
Yes.
word, was it not?
She did not mention if it was blending into crowd or blending into shadow.
But
Correct,
she
Was
still
it
mentioned
not?
blending in.
See?
But no.
Okay, hang on. Are you going to start picking on me because I am a foreigner and I do not speak your stupid common language?
No, I am merely pointing out the flaws in your logic when you were trying to do the same with me.
There
If
is
you're
no
going
flaw
to
in my
verbally
logic.
and mentally
This went from being. This went
Kovic
from being
pulls out
ageless
her
to
horn
racist
and just
within no
blasts it.
again.
I'm just gonna point out, Xantix, you're waking up with a poop in your bed.
Yes, you are.
So,
Excuse me,
I will
locked my
shit
door.
on your pillow.
so
That won't stop her.
I assume this conversation is happening in person. We're all in the same place.
Yes.
Because Kovic's getting sick of the argument, she pulls out her horn and gives it a to just like stop
Is that
them
going to
talking.
summon more guards?
No, I don't do an actual like. It's
Just
just
a-
a quick
Shriek.
blast. We like stop it, and I just say we are all going into the temple together. No one is arguing with Xantix. Mug, stop egging both of them on. It is not productive. Now move.
But it is
Storm
fun.
starts grumpily acting like a cat. She hisses at you, her fur all on heckles, and just sits on her butt and starts licking her paw.
As Mug walks past Kovac, you hear in a bit of a whisper, a bit of a stage whisper, no wonder Wisteria doesn't like you. Mug turns back afterwards with a half look of regret, but then continues on.
I want to use. Do I have shape water as a cantrip? Because I want to use it and like squirt like a spray bottle, like you're going. It's like no, bad Mug, bad.
So this is the episode the party kill each other.
I mean, it's been.
So we're going to the religious district, and we're all going
Okay.
into that temple together.
Out of sheer petulance,
Kovac's being.
Storm is going to steal something small and insignificant on her way out.
Me, please be me. I am
From Felrog's office or
Yes.
from someone?
No, from the office.
Okay.
Something small, and did you say personal?
I mean, yeah, personal works too. Like, something she can
Or
hide in her
insignificant.
fist.
Might seem insignificant to her, but
Oh dear, it's a diamond worth 500 gold.
steal
Fuck
a
off.
small
You
silver
did.
locket.
I have been after these diamonds for so long. You are not taking them
so-
from me now.
Okay, she steals the small silver
Yeah.
locket.
And we leave. We tell the guards to secure the site, do everything by the book. We'll get their reports later. We'll leave them there to handle the scene. We've got what we need, and we're going to the temple of what was the name of the like Eldath?
The
Eldath.
funniest
Eldath.
thing about
Temple of
this
Eldath.
argument, though, it was all telepathic arguing
So-
as well.
Was it
Oh,
though?
The body language would have been amazing.
Out loud!
For the poor
Watching
guards
it.
in the room who were just watching, like,
Out loud,
It would've
Storm
looked
was
like-
probably hissing and meowing. Hissing and meowing out loud, and then in your head you can hear what she's saying.
It would have looked like two mimes getting a divorce.
Oh god, I have
Alright.
to.
So now the local beat cops think that you're utterly unstable. So
They're
make
not
a
wrong.
roll.
Right.
Alright, you make your way over to the religious district and head towards the temple.
Yeah.
Let's get some music going.
Was this the same god of the temple that was in the Kalishtar lands?
No, this is a different god.
Okay.
Similar beliefs, but a different god.
Okay. 'Cause I thought the
Elder.
name was very similar. What was the name of the other one? Do you remember? Because it was like a god of
No.
peace.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't. Yeah.
And,
Also, partially for me, because it's been a while, and also for the audience, what pantheon or pantheons were we using? Because there were some published ones. Were we using the Wildmount stuff?
I'm kind of using a bit of a mix of some of them, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So whatever sort of works, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this.
Scarf, I
This
sent you a
is
message.
interesting.
Sorry, Ash.
I'm reading the message. Okay.
Just let me know if I need to make any rules, Ash. I fully understand.
It would go if you're passive and you've already failed.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I
We
think you
might be
guys
doing-
forget that Storm is a child still and very petulant, like a teenager that does not like being told that she's wrong.
I thought we already had this argument with you like 25 sessions ago, something where you got.
You mean
Tristy
when
out
she
of
was
this
a
exact
teenager
thing.
and didn't like what was going on? And that was like 2 weeks ago.
And you are like the old man of the group, trying to parent her. And of course she's gonna be rebellious against you.
Also, you just don't like gnomes for some reason.
She has no problems with gnomes!
Storm, next time Xantix says something you don't like, just reply with "Okay, Boomer."
Well, yes,
what
I
is
do
boomer?
go boom.
What is boomer, Mug?
Boom.
It sounds explosive.
But-
Can I put a firework in his backpack?
And possibly kill the entire party as all the reagents in his backpack react.
No.
So we
what,
approach
Just a
the
little one.
temple.
what you want to do is rearrange his books every morning, but don't let him realize.
You mean I can torture him the same way that I did with Kovac? I drew
But-
pictures on all of her books.
No. Don't make any changes. Just make him think that he's going senile. That he's being forgetful.
So you mean I should slowly remove one book at a time from his library and put it somewhere else?
Put it under his bed, and then take the one from the desk. No, this is
This
a
is
bad
the game
plan.
now.
We shouldn't.
This
we
is,
shouldn't
this
be
is what we're
doing
doing for the
this.
game.
But this sounds like fun.
Unfortunately, as fun as it is,
So
we have
yes.
bigger problems that this can cause.
Fine, you are right.
You're right.
But after we kill the demon hordes and save the world, then you can mess with Xantix.
I'm gonna sneak into his bedroom and I'm gonna rearrange all of his clothes into the wrong drawers.
Oh no.
And I will make sure all of his socks are mismatched.
Find out who made his boots, then order the exact same, one size smaller. Then 3 months later, one size smaller again.
That is brilliant. Oh, that is such
He'll think his feet are getting huge.
Which is hilarious for his size. So, you make it to the religious district and head to the Temple of Eldeth, as you were out the front just before. Not that long ago. And you make your way inside. By this point in time, a lot of the public have had their sermons for the day. They are finishing up. The sun is starting to set. So there is only one or two other people within the temple itself. other than 3 priests currently within the temple. You do immediately, Mug, recognize one of the priests as the man you saw from out the front of the palace. Though he does not seem to acknowledge you. He doesn't seem to recognize you as you enter in. One of the other 2 priests do step forward to him, looking over you all. I do not recognize you, but you are all welcome in Elder's company. Please, if you wish to have a sermon, there is spots available. If you wish to make a donation, and he gestures over to a small plinth with a pool of water where you can see several coins have been tossed inside. Or can I guide you in some way, my children?
A bit of everything, I think. Mug
The
will reach in
temptation
and
to just ask, please show us your arms is strong.
Mug will
Storm-
reach in and grab a bunch of gold, like probably like a handful of gold, so let's say 20 gold, and put that in as a donation.
He kind of looks to you and just, oh, you are a devout follower of Elders?
I am a believer in many things. Mostly I believe in the good of people who do good.
Yes, of course. Many who come here are followers of a multitude of gods. But such a generous donation is nigh unheard of. I am most grateful and bows to you.
Can I
I
ask
currently
something?
have the means, so I have the means to share.
Can I ask something?
Of course.
Can you tell me about your god? I am not of these lands, and I wish to learn.
Of course I can. What is it that you wish to know? Have you had any teachings of her before?
No. The only god that I know of before I came here was of my own, and... well, that's a complicated story. He was the god of storms.
You get an ironic smile at that one.
Goddamn, Daddy.
Look, at the time she didn't know, okay? She's named Storm
Daddy
because she's
wasn't
the
there.
survivor of the storm.
Well, Eldif is better known as the Mother of the Waters. She is a goddess of nature, of life, and of peace. Much like many of the gods around this area, she is one of peace and serenity, bringing those together, and like the flow of water, she guides all of life. This is not just creation, but in death as well. It is a common misconception by most. We have many psalms I could walk you through, but all you really need to know is that she is for nature, for life, for death, and the continuous cycle of all.
Does she care?
A great deal, yes.
So she is invested whether something or someone lives or dies?
It is believed, sir. It is believed that if you listen closely to a babbling brook, you can hear her voice.
Because it's my experience that nature does not care. If she is nature and cares, how does that work? Mug's just gone into introspection mode.
It is
He's
interesting
not,
you would
he-
say
for
as
once,
such.
he's not being facetious. I just want to establish that.
It's interesting you would say as such. Why do you believe that nature does not care?
Yeah,
Just because it is the flow of life, and we may not wish someone to leave this realm, does not mean that it was the right time or the choice of nature for it to happen.
I think the same of this. My people are fundamentally are people that believe in the circle of nature and the cycle, and that what you take, you must give back, and that not everything is a right, but something you earn from the earth. You give to the earth, and it gives back. We have spent many years living as one with nature, with very little in the means of all of this technology, advance, what it is you call it. We have been very simple and humble people. And nature has always taken care of us, just as much as we have taken care of it. That is what Atawa taught us to be.
You are fairly right in that matter. It seems that your people follow a similar belief.
I did not expect that your god would be, or goddess?
Goddess.
Goddess would be so similar to our god. Although our god once walked among us, he no longer does. But
Well, as I said, it is said that whilst you may not see her physical form, she is ever present within every river, lake, brook, any body of water, watching over life.
does she talk to you?
So,
On occasion, we have heard her.
What does she tell you? What does she say? Does she give you visions?
Children.
Dreams?
This is something that is more of a private matter for each person. For me, she has told me that I am on the right path, that I am guiding the flock, that I am uplifting her.
does Mug get good or bad vibes from this area?
Good.
Right.
Quite
yeah.
good.
Presumably not to the full state of like celestial energies, but good vibes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good vibes. She
Yeah.
is often seen as a lawful good goddess.
Yep.
So
So your
Except-
flock.
except when you light fires in her forests. She will ruin your day
Yeah, sounds about right.
because she cares.
because she can.
Yes. So your flock,
Yes.
are they well? I understand, obviously they'll be well cared for, but are they well?
I'm not sure what you mean.
We've heard many in this city have had troubles.
It is a large city. Many, many people have troubles come and go. I can understand that of recent days troubles have increased. I suppose you speak of the night terrors and people acting a bit at odds.
Mm.
If we are being perfectly honest, we are concerned and we would like to learn more. Our friend, and she sort of like nudges over to, like indicates to Xantix, has suffered the same ailments. We wish to learn more on what we might be able to do to help.
I am perhaps not the best to speak with then. You should speak with Brother Prasam Tate, and he gestures over to the man that you recognize. He himself has been experiencing some of these ailments. Perhaps he would be able to better explain what he has felt.
I have a question for you.
Yes, of course.
These dreams, these night terrors, where do you think they come from?
I do not know. As I said, perhaps best to speak with Prasam. He may better understand.
I just wondered if you had any theories, that's all.
Many theories, no evidence towards them.
If one of your flock came up to you and asked you, why is this happening to me? What would you say?
It is not for me to answer. They can ask for guidance from Eldeth, and perhaps she will speak through me, or through the waters. But I do not know her grand design, and I do not know the design of other gods either. If it is something they have wished for it to be, then I am not to question. But I believe it to be a darkness. As we all know, there are gods who are less savory in their desires, and perhaps they are influencing it in some way.
With Eldath, who cares so much, if something against nature was in this city, would that be a call to action?
Most certainly. But you must also remember that she is one of peace.
Mm.
She does not condone war or violence, tries to avoid it where, unless absolutely necessary.
I am somewhat acquainted with this philosophy. However, it is a fool that thinks action only exists within violence. The cause of action is not physical, it is mental. The root, the origin of action is a decision. If that decision is to do, then you have action. If it is to do not, then you watch as nature takes over. If you are here to assist your flock, and if you do care, there may be a time when you will have to make that decision as to what action you take. I will not ask you to take up arms. But if there are means to prepare for how you can assist, help, save, provide solace to people in need, that action is worthy, and that action may be necessary sooner than either of us may wish.
We are always ready to provide what care we can, and it saddens me to say that whilst we have tried restorations and the normal cures, they do not seem to have stopped these terrors.
Mm.
It is something otherworldly to them, nearly.
Mm.
Without knowing the source or what causes it, could not properly heal it.
What would you
It's
need
like
to
getting
know
poison
about the
for
source?
antidote.
Whether it is a disease, though it is undetectable, whether it is a curse, though that has not been detected either. Perhaps it is something that a god has put out into the world. Perhaps it is circumstantial.
Do we have we seen any symbols of the? Was it Grimgarush? Was that the name? Was that?
Yeah, Grimgarosh
No.
was the
You haven't
demon,
seen
the
anything.
big demon.
Yeah. So the things that we have fought, which have obviously been demonic, are not. They don't have their sponsorship brandings over their armor.
No.
Okay.
Whilst they are all
Brought to you by Skillshare.
whilst they are all very clearly in a uniform style, each of the demons you have seen have obviously have their own unique take on the style, but all ashen black in armor,
Yeah.
red trimming of fabric, and the charred grey skin with red magmary lines along the skin, like veins, but no symbolization whatsoever.
I'm gonna pause for a moment, sort of lock eyes a bit with the priest, and in telepathy say, I do not wish to scare you, but a large fucking rock is being thrown into your still pond. You need to deal with when the waves reach the shore.
He looks at you quizzically, but does not respond. Just a slight nod.
Perhaps we should speak with your compatriot.
Very well. If you'll excuse me, and he bows his way out.
As we're heading over there, I'll turn back to the group and sort of go, were there any questions that we actually needed to ask specifically?
I've not been visibly paying attention. I kind of took a few steps away, and I've just been like casing the building, but I was still within earshot. I was checking the room for threats and
I just
potential.
pictured Kovac went, ugh, faith and emotions. Pathetic.
Blacked out. Blacked out, girly.
Ugh. Right brain thinking. Ugh.
Look, you were handling it. She was making sure people were safe.
Storm will address you as you ask that question. I think if we can just talk to someone that has experienced what is going on for a little bit longer, so maybe we could understand what is happening. Also, maybe see if they will give you permission to look in their mind.
I had a quick look before, and there was nothing untoward.
How far were you?
I could try probing deeper, but that would be... I've been told that is rude.
You could ask for consent.
That's what I mean. You ask for permission.
Yep. Motion to the... was it brother someone, they said?
Yes, brother Prasam Tate.
Brother Tate.
Okay.
Try and get his attention and say...
Prasam is fine.
Yes. Brother, may we have a word?
Yes, of course. And there's like a moment of recognition upon his face. Ah, you were at the courtyard earlier.
Yes, we wish to see if you are better. You seem to have taken a moment of bad form or of illness.
I believe that perhaps the troubles of the world had gotten to me, and there was a momentary lapse in... it is nothing. I must return to my duties, and
Please wait.
perhaps I had just gotten myself down.
Please
You are
wait.
welcome to join me, but I do have a time scheduled to keep to, and he looks up towards the bell tower above.
Insight check.
Storm tries to poke in and interrupt. He goes, please wait. We do not wish.
17.
Genuinely seems like he has a job to do and he needs to do it at a set time.
Okay.
When do you need the bell to be rung?
No, you may join me, of course. We can talk as we walk. I do not wish to deter you from asking questions. We welcome it.
It's just that we can probably ring the bell from down here with magic.
No, that is not how it is done. You must let him do his job.
There is a method, and it is my responsibilities. As I am still what they would call a fledgling of the church, it is my responsibility. One that I take with great respect and honor. And he is actually making his way towards the stairs and talking with you as he walks.
Follow along.
Yeah. I recognized you in the courtyard yourself. You had concerns yourself to raise with the council?
Bureaucracy of Xel'nari introductions. Necessary, but...
Forgive me, I did not realize until you said so. Yes, I acknowledge you are Xel'nari. You are most welcome within the temple.
We are
Damn right.
We are just here out of concern for the people. Do not worry about titles and formality.
It is good to know that the Xel'nari presence has increased, and I have heard rumors of feelings of demonic nature outside the walls. It's concerning.
Yes,
And-
outside the walls.
And we wish to make sure that it is not tainting within the walls. And
I've heard no such rumors, but
that is good. That is fantastic.
Mm.
She's not gonna let him know or let him have any fear that
Yep.
it is thing. She's like, you can very obviously tell that she is like glossing over that. The party can at the very least, because they know that she is very adamant about like, no, this is a thing that's happening. Yeah.
So, have you ever done any gardening?
gardening, yes, it is one
Yeah.
of our responsibilities to tend to the gardens of Eldeth.
My mother used to do a lot of gardening. And there is a unfortunate thing if a rot or a sickness takes hold in a branch. There are two options. You can cut off the branch, and any fruit on there will be lost. If the fruit is grown enough and strong enough, you can pick the fruit and it is safe, and then cut the branch off, and there's no harm done, and everything is stronger and better for it. The risk and danger comes if the branch is rotten and the fruit is not yet prepared to be kept safe. There you must make a choice. For if there's something on the outside that is trying to come in, we would not wish to see delicate fruit be in danger.
Mug, why must you speak in riddles? We are concerned that maybe the people are being tainted from their mind in an effort to... We are concerned that the night terrors that people are having might be the beginnings of an infiltration of a place that physical form is not possible. So they attack the mind and the spirits of the people instead.
Mine had a certain poetry to it.
Yes, but it is unnecessary, Mark.
I wonder, have
Yeah.
many of you been within those city walls for any great deal of time?
Only Xantix.
Pointer's antics.
And he
Xantix.
is the one
I think
of us.
everyone looks to Xantix's forearms.
Xantix, I assume that you have the markings too.
Yes.
On your left arm most primarily?
Would that be right, Ash? On the
Yes.
left arm primary? Yes.
Yeah, sorry, no, it would be on your right arm, sorry. Right arm primarily. I
Yeah, so
apologize. Yes, right arm.
so he would have said right arm.
Yes.
Yes, on the
Uh,
right arm.
It is my belief that these etchings that have come about, and he rolls up his sleeve to show the same kind of scratching upon his... and now you can get a more clear sight of them rather than that quick glimpse you got. You can clearly see that it is proper words, very poorly etched in to his skin, literally cut in very roughly, as if with a sharp object or possibly even his own fingernails. It's very poorly written, and you can see that it almost looks like it's been gone over multiple times and has slightly healed and then started to bleed again, and slightly healed, started to bleed again, and sometimes the lettering has missed, and so it's very hard to read unless he presents it to you. Something similar to this, I assume.
What
Is
does
mine-
it say?
Is mine as pronounced?
No, yours is very, very minor in comparison.
Not to that extent.
Is it readable, or is it just recognizable that the intent is words?
Roll me a perception.
Storm would also be
Oh.
trying to read it if that's.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm.
okay.
I assume
Damn,
everyone
that's-
is probably trying to read it.
Yeah.
That's just a 10, unfortunately.
And he's not trying to like wave it about or make it hard or anything. He is presenting it clearly to you to be able to.
Ash, would I ask due
15.
to circumstance, would I have a bonus because
Ooh, let me make a roll for that actually.
Mm.
Yes, I will give you advantage on this roll.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
That's a bit low for you.
Yes,
only
I
a
rolled a
14.
3.
What's everyone's perceptions?
10.
Perception.
15.
Ooh.
Oh, I
Uh,
got in the 20s, I think.
No. It's just for me. It's pretty good. 19.
14.
Okay. 14.
23.
Sam is able to read it. Unfortunately, no one else is able to discern it. It is quite scratchy and
It's not my first
hard to
language.
make out. No, it's not Storm's first language, which does make it a little bit harder.
Like her-
Instead of languages other than English, it's languages other than cat.
Yeah.
Um,
and apparently
the
primordial.
first part of it is repeated over and over on the first line. It is the faces, the faces, the faces, the jaws, the mouse, gobbling, eating, run. And that seems to have been scratched into his arm multiple times.
Just double checking, because I know that when Mug looked into something and he immediately forgot, am I getting something similar to that, or am I
No.
able to read and repeat?
You are able to read and repeat it. What Mug looked into was actual visions from the guy's memories.
Right. I just thought I'd double check.
Yeah.
So it's the faces, the faces, the faces, the jaws, the mouth, the eyes, run, run.
As Sam repeats as reading.
Yeah, and that is basically scratched over his arm, like in small text, basically, over and over again.
Zentix, does yours say the same?
Mine's not exactly writing as of yet.
I'm gonna kind of reach over and grab Xantix's arm a bit and sort of stretch it out, and then squint my eyes to try and see whether it looks like bad handwriting.
I'll let you roll with an advantage on your perception for this one.
Ooh.
Storm's going to turn to the monk, the brother, whatever.
Priest, monk, similar.
Ooh.
Person.
23, thanks to the advantage.
The only words you make out from his scratches is warn them.
Not ominous at all.
Xantix,
Yes.
do you have some of the worst handwriting from anyone I've seen with a thumb?
Well, to be fair, I am right-handed. I write with my right hand, and if this isn't a typical form of writing, is it not? In my defense. Don't actually look at my notes. I promise you, it's not that much
Don't
better
look
either.
at my notes. Don't look at my fanfics.
Xantix,
Yes.
no, that's a question for later.
Perhaps a moment. You will probably not be able to communicate for some time, as it is rather loud up here.
Ah.
Storm immediately puts her hands over her ears.
Wait, do I have a thing that I can do?
If you cast silence on the bell tower, it's gonna be such a dick move.
Funny though.
Oh no, it's yep.
Are you casting silence on the filter?
If I could.
Okay. Alright. Can I get everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw, please? As the bell starts gonging. Starts
Okay.
ringing out.
Is this a
Wisdom's
magical
saving.
effect?
No.
Damn.
Okay, so I don't get advantage for being a gnome.
I do get advantage, but it's still just a
Ooh.
14.
Actually, let's use one of my new fancy dice for Christmas.
That's
Christmas.
11?
13.
I will
Yeah,
say,
11.
for those who have advantage with perception, I will let you have advantage for this roll as well.
What did I actually get?
I don't. What?
Do you mean if we regularly have advantage on perception?
Yes, perception checks. I will give you advantage on
So
the
does
saving
that
throw.
count as storm?
Yes, you have
Okay,
advantage.
thank God, because I did not roll well. Never mind,
The thing I
rolled
was
worse.
looking at was doing counter charm, but that only works against being frightened or
It is not a
intimidated.
spell. It is not a spell,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I got 21.
Alright. Those of you who
Hang on,
rolled
hang on,
below...
Hang on, before you say that, I might be able to adjust my roll.
Oh yeah, actually, technically.
But I can't remember if it's an ability or whether it's only to attacks.
You
By the way,
attack the noise.
you're not... I was going to say, you're
Oh.
not aware of anything happening to you. This is literally just the bell is ringing and this is
However,
happening.
So, Ash, I do have Flash of Genius, which is when myself or another creature I see within 30 feet make an ability check saving throw. I can use my reaction to add +5 to
It's not something you would react to. It's not something you're aware of is happening.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
So you wouldn't be able to actively augment this. So those of you who rolled below 20, you will actually notice this. Those of you who rolled above, you can hear out across the bells and do not notice this.
Oh, that's nice. I just
So
am
it's
having
actually
a
better
pleasant
for you to
time.
have rolled poorly for this. Perhaps.
Oh,
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
I won't get markings on my arm. I don't care. I mean, what?
You want to join the cool kids?
So,
No, I don't want to.
was it only Sam that got above 20?
I think so.
Yeah, I rolled a 9, so definitely
thi-
not.
Things
14.
are about to get weird.
Oh,
Just move it all together.
I'm the only one who rolled above, am I?
bye, Odie.
Your ears are so
Bye-bye.
sensitive, you're deaf.
So, as the bell starts ringing out, it is so loud and reverberating within the tower that you can hear nothing but the bell. Something strange happens as you look out across the horizon, as there are windows out here, being able to see out across the city. You see something materializing into the air before you. It previously wasn't there, or perhaps it was, but you were unable to perceive it. It is a giant white mass of flesh sticking from the ground, reaching out with what seems to be an elongated neck, and upon it is a face that looks distorted and horrific. Rows upon rows of teeth, almost like a shark, engorged from this mouth, and it is reaching down into the street and grabbing people from the street and just tossing them up into the air and grabbing it within their mouth and swallowing them down. I will make it visible to you so you can see what it looks like.
Except for me, because I don't get to see it.
No, you're the only one who does see it, aren't you?
No, he
No,
is the only
no,
one who
no, no,
doesn't
no.
see it.
Other way
Oh,
around. I
Yeah.
don't see it anywhere on the map.
It's
It is.
Oh,
right
Ash,
above
you
the religious-
dick!
I've known about this for months.
Flippin' false Hydra, come on!
Ah,
Shush
bastards!
I recognize that!
you. Shush you.
Oh,
You
I
know-
know. I know all.
Kovac
of
knows
them,
nothing.
But anyway, Sam knows.
Zoe knows
probably
enough.
nothing.
I know all about these.
This face is, it's moving about slowly. It doesn't seem to have any urgency to what it does. It has no purpose in its manner. It just seems to be picking and choosing at random and attacking. But one thing you notice that is strange, despite this horrific thing happening in front of you, no one in the street seems to care or notice. Even someone walking in the street with a cart who is then torn up into the air, someone just walks right past as if nothing ever happened.
Storm is gonna look away from the creature and instead look at the priest.
He is going about his day, ringing the bells, making
Completely
sure that the
unawares.
timing is correct, completely unawares of anything happening. He is
Sam's
not looking
also
out.
probably going. Oh wow, this is really loud. Just
Is
like
He is
there
not
a-
looking out
is there-
into the void. He is focusing on the bells currently.
Is there any paper nearby?
I'm already drawing it.
Okay.
I will say I'll get you all to roll initiative.
Oh no!
You're not under attack,
Include-
To
but
see
there
whether
is a
we can.
time limit for these bells to
Yeah.
be going.
Is this including me? Because even though I don't technically see it,
No, you don't know anything's going on.
so I don't roll.
10?
18.
Let me bring up the initiative.
9.
21 for Storm.
Storm was 21.
Mhm.
Not 201. Kovac was what?
10.
10. Mug.
9.
You're already on 9. Xantix.
18.
18. Alright. Sam, get off there.
Xantix does not have a name.
You should.
The token may not
Uh,
have the name set as visible.
Yeah, I'm just changing it now. Oh, it should be. It
I was
is
gonna say,
marked as visible.
I was gonna say, I see the name as well.
Nope,
Can you
no,
see
it's
There
not.
we go.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to turn it off and turn it back on again. It happens sometimes.
Hmm.
Alrighty. So, Storm, you are the first to respond to this happening in front of you.
Can we also get a distance check of how far away it looks like it is?
This is like a block up the road from you. It
Because
is
that'll
fairly
probably
close.
affect how we react to the situation.
It looks to be around about 200 feet, approximately.
Damn it.
So fairly close.
I mean, Storm's first reaction is to check to see if anyone else notices it and to draw it.
Okay.
I have nothing.
So do you just like dive at Kovac's bag and attempt to grab some paper?
Technically, Storm has paper in her scroll case. I don't think she brought her map case with her, so yes, she will go for the nearest source of paper and
Yeah.
like chalk or charcoal or whatever she can find.
You know where Kovac keeps her stuff. You've been through her bag without permission enough times.
True.
Either that or for pure hilarity, bring out a whole painting easel from your bra.
She would if she had one. And just like frantically start like scribbling what it is.
Okay. So you're going to basically do that for the next few turns, attempting to draw it.
She's maybe 2 turns. She's not going to spend a lot of time on it. She's not an artist, but she's
Alright.
like, yeah, she's just going to like very
Xantix.
quickly scribble what she sees.
I am going to pull out one of my coins and as an action use magical tinkering to create a static visual effect of the creature jutting out.
Dig it.
A moment to read the exact wording on that.
Yep, that's fair. Magical tinkering. Imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of your choice. 5-foot radius light, up to 6-second long recorded message, emits an odor or non-verbal sound, static visual effect, including up to 25 words of text.
You're not. It's not a concentration, is it?
No. One thing
Nice.
that I found quite cool about that ability is if you use it with a pane of glass, you have like slides for a projector, which I find
unfortunately,
really
That's
cool.
actually pretty cool.
I don't
Yeah.
have that, but I have plenty of. I do have like 50 coins. So, and there's a coin. The coin is in my hand.
Yep.
So I do that as an action, and then think I have anything.
I've seen an artificer use them for business cards.
Mm.
He just went, hire me.
Sorry, I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can. So sorry, Ash.
Nice.
Gonna help you there.
If there's-
That will have to be my turn because I reckon it's just looking at that thing. One thing I would ask: can we see from our vantage point where it's actually sticking out from around?
You can see that it looks like it's coming out of a part of the street. Like there is a hole in the ground and he is coming out of it.
Yeah. So can I have the static effect basically be like a tiny bit the surface where it was,
Okay.
or where it is, then the full like miniature version of what we see.
Yep.
Gruesomely, I will also have it and taking the image of like eating someone, effectively. So I feel like that might be important. Just, yeah. So it's basically, I've captured it in the process of it, like, actually consuming someone.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Kovac.
Okay. Initial instinct. The people are in danger.
Mm-hmm.
There's people literally being eaten. What does this? You said there was a window in front of us, like big window.
No, it's not a window of sorts. It is an open air, so there is an arch. So it's room enough that you could fit sideways to squeeze through the gap in the hole.
Okay.
But it is open air.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to squeeze through the gap, use my slippers of spider climbing to run down the side of the tower and across the roof to get as close to this creature as I can.
Okay.
I'm how close can I get with just my move action?
Moving down the side of the wall, you'd be able to probably only get like an extra 10 feet closer towards it. Going down
Okay.
first.
Mm,
Can I get you to make me a perception check, please?
yes. Come on, baby. That is a natural 20.
All right.
That's
You
bad.
run down the wall, you run a few steps forward, and then you find yourself wondering why you're doing that. Why were
Oh.
you running down the wall?
I don't. Oh no.
You don't see anything in front of you. You don't know what was going on anymore. Why were you running down the wall? All you can hear is the bell going off above you and people in the street going about their day.
Okay. I guess I'll turn around and go back into the tower looking kind of confused.
Okay.
Be like, so I'll walk back up, squeeze through, and I look to my friends.
So you're dashing back up.
Yeah, why not?
Dashing to
I'm-
and fro.
All right,
Yeah.
Mug. You've just seen Kovac run down the wall and then just suddenly come back up looking very confused.
But I see Storm is like drawing something as well, right?
Yes, and you see something hovering in front
Of Xantix.
of Xantix.
How tall is this tower?
It is about 20 feet.
Because Mug has a very similar instinct. So Mug's going to go to the edge, look out in desperation, sort of like he's almost trying to reach out to the people in danger. He's going to try and cast Dimension Door, which he doesn't have a spell slot for.
Okay.
Is it like an auto reflex at this
Yes.
moment then? Yeah.
And then realizing that's not working, he is going to jump
Okay.
and try to get to there.
All right. You jump.
Do you want an athletics?
Yes, get an athletics, please. Or actually, you could go with acrobatics or athletics, whichever you choose out of this.
Let's go with athletics.
Mhm.
11.
It's not a particularly difficult jump down. You make your way down, do a roll on the floor as you hit the ground, kind of jumping off one of the side walls a little bit to help lower the distance between your jump, and make it to the ground. And I'll get you to make me a perception check, please.
13.
13. You continue on your way. You see that creature in front of you, and you want to get there and try and help out as best you can.
I move like I'm trying to move quick.
Alrighty, back to the top of the round. Storm.
Yep. She's still trying to sketch it. I did say she'd do it for a couple of turns.
No.
And still like looking around at her friends, but trying to like take note of this creature. She's learnt, if anything, through all of this, that evidence is fleeting, and people seem to not remember things properly. So she is trying to preserve what is happening because she trusts that her friends will do everything they can to look after the situation as well.
Now, after you, Priest has noticed that two of the members have suddenly just burst out the side of the building, and someone has made something appear and scribbling. So let's see if he continues his job or not. He does continue ringing the bells, but he's looking over at you with concern, and you can hear him attempting to call out over the bells. I'll get you to make a perception check to see if you can hear him over the bells.
Who? All of us?
All
The
of
priest.
us?
Those who are up in the tower.
Yes,
So
okay.
myself, Oddie, and
Correct.
I hear him.
nope. I rolled a 5.
I
That'll
rolled
be allowed.
an 8.
I'm guessing I'm rolling, yeah?
Yeah. You're
Was
still
this
up in
only
the
for
tower.
people who are still in the bell tower?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, perception, yeah? Is it a disadvantage because of how loud it is, or?
No, just perception.
Okay, cool.
Did you say you hear him, Alice?
25.
27.
Okay, yeah, you both hear him. You hear calling out, what is the problem? What is wrong?
Storm will go, just keep doing your job. It is okay. We will look after and handle it.
Can I get you to make a
what?
persuasion check for that, please?
Yeah, you just hear me go, handle what?
Yeah! Handle it implies there's a problem,
you can
right?
choose, I'll let you choose whether you want to do persuasion or deception, because you are technically lying to him that it's all good.
I didn't say it was okay. As in, like, I was trying to say, we will look after the problem. You just do what you need to do.
But that's what I'm saying. I'll let
She
you
doesn't
choose
convince him.
perception.
It's a 6. I think. Hang on.
I'll decide whether you
No,
convince him or
wait.
not.
It's a 10. Sorry, no, that's a 10. A
I'm sorry.
persuasion of 10.
Sorry, Alice is our new DM for tonight.
Oh?
She is
Ma-
deciding what the NPCs are
Sorry,
doing.
I didn't think a 6 would be successful, but it's a 10. It's actually a 10.
He kind of concernedly nods to you and continues, but he's still watching you over his shoulder, a bit concerned. You don't seem to have convinced him that things are okay, but he's not going to stop what he's doing currently.
She's
Right.
satisfied. She doesn't care. She's...
Xantix.
Well, seeing what has happened with Zoe and using my mind of intelligence of 20, I can realize that there is some magical effect going on. So I will then take out a second coin, this one being a silver coin, and I am going to do. I am then going to basically do a verbal spiel, which will be written into the 25 words of text. It's basically stating Xel'nari agent Kovek leaped out of the tower to attack this creature. However, they then turned around, came back, thinking nothing was wrong, all okay. So those 25 words, which
You
will
need
then
to
appear as a visual effect.
You
On
need
the
to learn to
coin.
speak like OG Mug.
But yeah, that is a static visual effect I can do with magical tinkering.
That's pretty
Alright.
cool.
Kovek, before you do anything,
Mm-hmm.
I will get you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh.
That is a 15.
Okay. You are unable to perceive the creature.
Mhm.
However, you are able to perceive the image on the coin.
So I'm confused and just like go over to Xantix and Storm and see what they're doing.
Yes, you are able to perceive it, and the words that he's just put up in front of you, you are able to perceive those. They don't make much sense to you, but you're able to see it.
I'm just kind of bending down, looking at these two coins, going, "What are you?" I look out to the scene because surely there's like in the image there must be at least like some context
Well-
clues of like it's a street. There's maybe buildings in the
You
background.
can
So
also
I'm
see
try-
that Storm is drawing the same thing is on the coin and looking out and
Yeah,
drawing and looking
so-
out and drawing.
So I'm looking out in that direction, just being like, "What? I don't see what had happened." I'm just like expressing confusion and flusteredness at the situation, at my inability to perceive a problem that seems scary.
Yeah, Oddie's just looking at you all, going very confused. Like, in your mind, you just hear what the heck is. Because I'm not really in an order, so I'm just gonna inject myself a little bit. Let's be like, I don't know what you are doing. What's going on? The fuck?
Is there something I can do to help? I might be able to try something. You know what? Screw it. Maybe there's something invisible. Maybe there's something weird happening. But there's only one spell I have that is within range to be able to affect anything in that area. I pull out the Tome of Misspells
No.
and targeting an area out in the street, I cast Ick Storm. 300-foot range, so I can definitely hit the area. I
Yeah.
can see where my friends are looking to aim the spell to a certain extent, and maybe if it's invisible, the ick attached to the creature will make it a bit more visible. I don't know. I'm trying to help.
Oh, good lord.
The logic
So-
is pretty sound with
Um,
that.
In
Yeah.
response to Kovac being all like, "What's going on? There is a Can you not? There is," and she just like very like ineloquently sort of just tries to
So,
express herself but
and-
can't
and-
focus on all
and
the
I'll say-
things.
No, I can't see it, but I can do this. And I'll pull open the book, cast the spell. Maybe
So-
this will help.
What
It
happens
also-
is
yeah.
the gross, disgusting
Oh, there are people down
sludge
there.
starts raining down above. For those of you who can see the creature, you definitely see it coating the creature and splattering onto it. For those of you who cannot see it, your mind fills in the blanks and perceives that logically it should be hitting the ground, so it is. You are seeing it hit the ground where the creature should be in the way. To you, nothing weird or out of the ordinary is happening. It's just you have cast a sludge storm in the area, and
that's-
now the people are panicking because suddenly they're being covered in sludge and they're running around.
Well, maybe that'll make them get out of the way of the false hydro
Yeah.
witches.
I mean,
You hear in your mind,
inadvertently
Kovac, you
tried to help them.
nasty. Kovac, you nasty.
It's the only spell I have that's in range. I'm sorry.
mug.
Okay, how far away is this thing?
You've gotten about 20 feet closer to it, unless you dashed on your turn as well.
Does failing to cast the spell for humorous effect take an action? It's an odd question. I'll give you that. I'll give me that.
Technically, yes, because you
Yes,
did
yeah.
attempt to cast it.
Yeah.
So no, you wouldn't dash. So you're still about 180-ish feet away from it.
Okay. So, what I am going to do is I will dash,
Mm-hmm.
and I will do something funny.
Funny haha or funny oh no?
So, as
Oh.
Uh-oh.
the ick spell flies over Mug's head, exploding in some distance in front. As Mug is doing his magical girl transformation sequence, because, well, one, it gives me some temporary hit points.
Yep.
And it allows me to immediately use my reaction to move up to my speed without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Mm.
So that means I can move 90 feet.
Okay.
Actually, how far away was it at the start? It was 180?
Yeah, at the start
Yeah.
of your turn.
Okay, cool.
I will say, you get about 20 more feet from the bell tower,
Mhm.
and suddenly it just disappears from in front of you. And you forget why you were running out there.
Ah, damn. So I can't just yell, "It's turned invisible!"
No, you don't even know that it was there. You don't know
Mm.
why you were running out that way. as far as you're concerned, you were running out here for a reason, and you've just maybe you were trying to catch up with someone, or you forgot something at the crime scene. You're not sure, but as soon as you take another step or two, you're like, what was I doing? It's almost like when you walk into a room and you forget why you walked into the
Yeah.
room. It's exactly that.
We are Sims. We get it. We get it.
In that case, Mug will take, instead of doing the magical girl transformation, will use a bonus action to pat down his pockets. Because that's
You
what you
mug
do
girl.
when you don't know why you've stepped into a room. You like
Yeah.
pat down your pockets and go, was I doing something here?
All right.
And we'll look around to see what, apart from the weirdos that have, presumably someone is looking at him odd because he's jumped off a tower, started running.
Yeah, you've got two people in the street kind of looking at you like, what the hell? That's the second person who just jumped out of the bell tower and then just stopped.
Also, too, you can see the sludge storm in the distance, and you you would recognize it as like.
Yeah, you
Kovek's
definitely know that Kovacs
spell.
cast that spell. You just don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I was running to stop her. Punch her in the face. No.
Storm, at the start of your turn,
Mm-hmm.
you're scanning out, trying to draw, and as you look past the creature in the distance, you notice another head in the distance, flailing about. And then, as you scan the horizon looking for more, you see another head. And another head. And
Another one.
another one. They seem to be all over the city. Each one seemingly coming out of the ground and doing the same thing. Aimlessly flailing about in the sky, and every now and then reaching down to pluck someone from the ground.
Oh god. It's everywhere.
It's everyone.
Weirdly
I'm
enough,
every Hydra.
this is a very overwhelming moment for Storm. She doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, can't blame her.
She's gonna mildly panicked, try to like finish up her sketch, and she's actually gonna like mentally call out to her father and be like not like necessarily in a prayer, but like the last time when she freaked out at the ship was like, I don't know what to do. It's just like, oh god, please help, like kind of thing, like I don't know what to do. You know, like when you're in that moment of panic, you're like, oh god, please give me a sign, or oh god, like what do I do?
Yeah.
Help, you know, like just that moment of panic. So it's not necessarily an intentional prayer, rather just like
Roll
a sudden cry
me
of like, oh god,
a
what's going on?
d20. No
I just-
modifiers, just a
I just
d20.
love the irony of any time Storm says, oh god, her dad goes, what's up, honey?
12.
No, nothing happens.
I presumed, but that's just where her mind is at, where she's like, oh god. It's almost instinct at that point, because it's, you know, how she was brought up with her people and stuff is...
All right. Xantix.
So we could see Mug do the sprint out and then like stop at about 160.
No,
Right?
he got about maybe 40, 50 feet away from the bell tower before he stopped.
That's
And
what I mean.
looked
So he's about
confused.
160 feet away from the creature.
Ah, from the creature, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Then I will pull out a copper coin. That's my last magical tinkering I have available for me at this point of time without overwriting anything. I will then do the same visual effect of 25 words, which will be Mug ran.
Is awesome.
Oh, sorry.
Mug, who is awesome.
Storm would be vaguely trying to map out on a blob of the city, like you know,
A very crudely drawn.
like little X's on a map kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
like circle, another circle, weird flubs of what she remembers, and then like little like there's one vaguely here, like just like a as she looks around.
I'll get you to make me an intelligence check, please, as you do that.
Sure.
See how well you can do this.
Not very well. She's very panicked. 10,
I'm-
I think. Just straight intelligence?
Yes, please.
Nope, 9.
Yeah. Oh, honey.
I mean, if it was a perception, it'd be way better.
So,
It's not super accurate, and I didn't presume it would be. She's doing it very rushed.
then it'd be Mug ran 60 feet towards creature, halted, seeming confused and dazed. Perhaps effect is otherwise. Is some perception confused? Further experiments required. Must investigate more. And that's 25 words there.
I think you're going to have an aneurysm reading that back later.
Yes, I hope you're writing these down because
No,
I'm not.
I'm not writing these down.
I don't think any of us are writing these down.
Come on!
Zoe,
Do your notes! Do
Zoe,
your notes!
I don't have notes.
Honey!
I never take notes.
If some wonderful member of the audience could go back and clip those last two ones and put it in the clips channel on our Discord, that
be
would be
great.
amazing, and you'd be the most awesome listener ever.
That would
Just
be-
because my notes document is currently 25 pages long doesn't mean you should always rely on me to take notes.
Nope,
Also, I also know what I roughly have said
Okay.
in each case. So that's the important thing. As long as I understand the rough gist of what I have said, that's the important thing here.
My favorite note taking as a character was of my 4 or 5 intelligence barbarian Goliath who took stick figure pictures, drawings,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
I was able to completely and utterly recount every session based off those stick figures.
yeah, he drew all of the things. Coco,
That's cute.
a clip of what Kalan was saying as his messages on his coins. There was one
The
just
little
before.
25-word things.
Yeah, and there was
So
one a few minutes
one
ago.
one about Kovac, and then one just about Mug. Would be much appreciated. Thank you so much.
See, I don't take notes purely based on the fact that Storm would not take notes. She would only remember what she remembers. If I don't remember it, chances are she wouldn't remember it. Because
That's method acting.
the thing
I
is
just
that
have the
the
ADHD.
things she remembers are the things that I write down. The things she thinks are significant, I write down. Because they're
Fair.
things she would remember. Everything else, it's if I remember it, that's great. If not,
Alright, so I'd
Storm
say
probably
basically
wouldn't remember it
Kovac, Mug, and Sam can kind of act together at around about the same initiative now as they are unable to perceive the creature.
either.
So you can take your turn as you desire.
Kovac, you probably notice Storm cast aside the drawing of the creature and start scribbling a really weird, crude map of the city that's very inaccurate and like drawing little like dots on them. Which probably
Seeing
piques your interest quite heavily because it's weirdly she's trying to draw the city.
seeing what she's trying to do, I know this city pretty damn well. I grew up here, so I'm going to pull out my own quill, conjure. I'm going to cast Mage Hand to make my own, just to make the quill float forwards, and then I'm gonna add detail where I think there should be some. Like with her roll, my guess is the city is just a big circle, and she's
Yes.
just drawing X's. So
It's a circle with more circles inside because that's what she remembers, and she
Yes.
remembers that there's 5 sections. So she's like done like the 5 separations.
So I'm I'm going to go
Very
around
crude.
and add further detail of like where the different
Extra
ports are, where the terrain tapers off to go to the planetaria, where the peninsula connects to the mainland. I'm just sketching around, be like, okay, this I know. I feel like something weird's happening, but this I can help with.
Okay.
And like she appreciates it, but you can definitely tell that her memory of the city is very vague. Like she doesn't remember what any of the sectors are called or what's there. Just purely the fact that okay, there was 5 bits, and 3 rings, and the palace was in the middle, and we're in the center ring, and then like all the houses are outside.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
And
very vague.
and while I'm helping, I'll just say you have you have some explaining to do once this is done. I'm very confused.
She'll just say, the creatures, can you not see them? They're
No!
here.
What?
And she's still looking around, just marking them on the map as she sees them.
I cast that spell. I saw nothing. It fell to the ground. There was nothing invisible out there.
It's not invisible. It is there. Can you not see? It is eating the people.
That's Kovacs Town.
You hear from outside the tower, what the fuck's going on?
Oh yeah, you jumped. You can't get back in, can you?
His was a one-way street.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So
And Mug's done.
Sam and Kovac would hear that. The other two are a bit too deafened by the bells to hear it.
Tight.
And Sam?
No, there's things my brain is saying, but I can't do it because I can't see it. I hate it. Just what?
I do want to point out, so there was a point when we were doing the one-shot for Mug's arrest where the party mentioned that they were going to cast silence.
And I just looked at Ash like, oh boy.
Kalan and I looked at each other like, I'm going to have to interject if that happens.
Oh.
Yep, I have known from the get-go.
Oh.
Because of what happened to Xantix. It wasn't Wyvern.
That was the question I was going to ask Xantix later. But I figured that wasn't the question to ask in front of others.
Storm 100% knows that it wasn't Wyverns.
Yeah.
She just thinks you're delusional.
It was this thing before it came to Tanzanite.
So, Sam, anything you want to do on your turn? Or Sam just doesn't really know what to do?
Sam is very confused. Doesn't
Fair.
quite know what to make of the situation because Sam's been weird from the get. Oh, I hate that, Ash. I hate that. Why would you put that there? So
what
Sam's
did you
just.
I posted in Xel'nari chat what the thing looks like.
It's awful. Awful. Yeah, Sam's just extremely confused.
They are absolutely terrifying things.
Okay. So what I want to do is. In some form, Sam wants to do some form of insight because she's seen it from not seen it from the beginning, but been seeing what everyone else has been doing. So, people seeing things, writing things, showing things. Sam wants to do some form of insight check on people to see if they're being delusional. It's like there's a reason. There's a reason.
Are you being punked?
Yeah, it's like, do these people just only believe they see what they're seeing, or is it I'm missing something here? Is it me that's the problem? Because I've seen Kovac go from yes things to what's going on.
Yes.
So there's layers. There's layers. That's my thought process. Insight. Oh, which one? Is that a good one for me? Oh, I get it. I mean, it's +9, so that's 21.
Okay. Normally, you would think to yourself, they're going batshit crazy. But seeing as it is a collective batshit crazy, the only thing you can think of is clearly you're missing something.
Good
And
old
it seems
Occam's razor.
strange to you, and it definitely seems like there's possibly a magical influence or some other kind of influence that is happening when both Kovac and Mug could see it, and then suddenly now have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Also,
I want.
this is very reminiscent of like. Oh no, we haven't actually witnessed anyone go through this yet, have we?
Technically, yes, but also no. I will
Yeah,
not
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you when.
No, like we don't know. That's what I'm
There are-
saying. We
Yeah.
haven't. We
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have no idea.
we,
Yeah.
we don't have the complete full context for things. Because I have thoughts, and I'm trying to work out if Sam would at this moment that there is something basically tied to the bell. Because as soon as the bell was rung, is when everything went weird. So
Make
I'm
me
curious.
a insight.
Okay. Please be. Okay, we're liking 12s and 16s today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 25.
Okay. You can definitely tell it was the moment the bell started ringing. By your deductions from watching Kovac and Mug jump out the window and then come back or stop, it seems to have been their proximity to the bell that caused it.
Sorry.
The fact that you were able to hear other things other than the bell makes you, and that
Quite
you're unable
well.
to perceive it, that you think it is a sound-related issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there is,
solve this.
in theory, but yeah. So it's the whole. It might not necessarily be the bell itself, but it could be something akin to rings the bell dinner time. If you get what I mean, it's like yeah. So this is stuff that once we finish whatever we're doing here, I'll help correlate with the others because everyone's gonna be in some weird la la land of yeah, of course it's this, and then what are we talking about? Why are we here? What's going on? Because there's still, I think, one or two people. Yeah, there's two people, Xantix and Storm, who are still to go weird in a bit. I'm gonna do a test. Okay, sorry, yes, I have quite a lot. It's my turn.
The bells stop ringing. He has finished his required ringing. All of you collectively forget what was causing such a panic.
Do we forget that we forgot?
To a
If that
certain
makes
degree,
sense.
to a certain degree, yes. You. The only thing you remember is that you jumped out the tower. You don't know why though. You have no idea why you chose to do it. Like I said, it's like walking into a room and forgetting why you walked in there. And that feeling of constantly trying to think back and go, why did I come in here? And then your mind makes a reason of why. I must have been going to get my keys, or I forgot my coffee mug or something.
So
The only
Mug-
people who have some kind of understanding of something strange happening, Sam, you still have your line of thought because you weren't affected by it in the first place. Anyways, you're just reacting to what you're seeing that is not the creature.
Got you.
And Xantix and Kovac and Storm, who are up in the tower, have the things in front of them that they are able to still perceive. They're not able to perceive the creature anymore, but they are able to perceive these drawings and sketches and magical effects that have made it present.
Okay.
You just don't know why you've done it. You've just suddenly got something in your hand and you have no idea why it's there.
Pre-coins are now charged with static visual effects.
And you hear Mug yell from again the base of the tower. Did one of you dare me to jump off the tower?
I don't think we need to dare you to do it. I think you're doing it to prove. I don't. That's not the weirdest thing that's happened.
Storm's just like, wait, what? Why are you off the tower? When? What? What's going
You
on?
jumped out as I was climbing back up. You seem to be pretty heavily motivated. I don't think we pushed you.
Kovic,
I'll be back
what,
in a minute.
what
And
are
he
we
walks
drawing?
around to enter the temple grounds and
Oh, I mean, Storm can
Shall
also
we
just
shall we head
levitate.
back down before anyone else falls out of the tower?
Storm is actually going to stop and look down at what she's been drawing and turns to Kovic and goes, "Why was I? What are we drawing? Why are we?"
I think we need to have a sit-down discussion about whatever's just happened. I
So,
think.
yes, you said to me, the creature is attacking. It's eating people. I didn't see a creature, but I saw where you were looking. I cast that spell down there. Oh, good. It's beginning to clear up. Yes, I cast that spell because I thought perhaps, as before,
That's
you were
disgusting. Why did you do this?
because you were drawing something we just discussed previously that you were perceiving things which were invisible. I thought perhaps if there was an invisible creature, I could make it more visible to us, but it did not seem to have any effect. It just covered the road.
I say you all are
By the way,
crazy
Storm,
because
you have no recollection, and Xantix, you have no recollection of saying these things or
Yep.
the reason why you drew this.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know
just
what
I
you're
know I've got
talking
these 3
about.
coins. It's like,
Mhm.
when did I? Why would I? I am so
Okay.
confused.
yeah. Here's the thing. Y'all were acting cray cray, for a little bit. Meh. I think there's something connected to some form of sound. What that means, I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's hideous. I want that to go away. Pointing at the image, like
Oh
that's
yeah, that's
just
how
wrong.
poking out of the coin.
That's
Storm
just-
will look at the coin and realize it's the same as the drawing she was drawing.
There's something icky. I don't know what it is. You all just started to do.
Let's
You just jumped out the
Let's-
window, frankly. So you
let's,
know what?
let's
I don't
meet Mug
really.
downstairs, and we can maybe all sit down together.
Let's go to
No,
a
I
library or
don't. I
something.
don't think I will.
Kovic,
Brother Prasam, ring it again.
Ring
Why?
the bell, but it is
Ring
not
it
the time
again.
to do so.
Ring it again.
I will get you to make me a intimidation check by the way you're saying that.
But Kovac, why would they have to ring it again? That makes no
Kovic,
sense.
why was I
12.
drawing this? Do you know?
I don't think we have time to be wondering. We're not going to get the answer just yet.
What was your
12.
12? He looks at you and goes, I cannot do that. It would go against our procedure.
I will.
Kovac, come on.
No, I take the sheet of paper that Storm tossed aside to draw the map. I hold it up and I grab the front of this guy's shirt and say, "This creature was visible when the bell was ringing, so you're
it?
going to ring the bell.
Why?
I
why
never
would...
saw it.
I don't remember
Ring the
this.
bell,
What are you talking
Brother
about?
Tate.
What?
Ring the bell."
Kovic!
Kovac, you're scaring us.
Kovac, I
the
actually
poor
want to like
brother.
try and drag Kovac away from the priest. Like this is
I can't
very
cast
concerning.
you.
I need answers.
can Mug turn up at this point?
Yes.
So Mug turns up the stairs, just sees this shit show in front of him,
Coach, grab
walks up to the brother and go, "Did you not hear her? Ring the bell."
No, here's the problem. What are we going to do if you ring the bell? Because things are weird now. Will they be weird after?
Did you
Are we
want...
prepared for this?
Too
No.
late. It's too late.
You can roll with advantage. I'm already grabbing him by the tunic and holding the picture in his face.
I'm so tempted just to Sam's plucking up the courage to yell at the other two and going, "I am picking up the authority of the Xel'nari. You two stand down."
Intimidation 28.
Damn. Yeah, I can't. I don't
There's
think
literally
I
no
can.
point in me rolling. He cannot beat that. He just kind of looks at you and says, I'll ring the bell. Just once or a full procession.
And you
As
get
you
a
did
little telepathic message to Kovac going, yeah, sorry about the wisteria remark.
As he's going to walk back to the bell, I'm going to use a few bonus actions to use Manifest Mind, conjure my spellbook, and push it out towards the road
Okay.
where the drawings were done. So I'll have it basically hovering above the street where the image was drawn.
Okay.
Yes.
You did not answer his question.
Well, a full procession, as you did before.
Okay. He begins to ring the bell again, and I will get everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw again. If you
Okay.
have advantage perception things, you will have advantage on it.
Didn't help me last time.
16.
Damn it! I wanted to roll low.
If
Wow!
feel like your character took in Sam's words of it's sound related, you could attempt to, I don't know, move yourself closer to the bell, or like deliberately try and deafen yourself in some way.
Storm's just confused.
I'm gonna
And choose
deliberately
to-
try.
Choose to deliberately fail the save.
I think I would try that.
I'm going to assume that
I'm
Mug does
trying
that by
to-
accident because he rolls a 1.
Mug was standing literally right next to the bell, just going boom.
Storm
What?
failed again. Even with advantage, both times I've rolled under 10.
Jesus.
I rolled a
That's
19.
4 rolls under 10,
Fine.
guys.
Oh no, this might backfire now. I rolled a 15. Because we
So-
all.
Everyone rolled under 20?
Yep.
I technically rolled a 22, but I think I would want to try to fail.
Okay.
Upon seeing
This
that.
could backfire now.
So you
Yeah.
collectively deafen yourselves as the bell rings out against your ears. But this does have the desired effect. The thing that you were all desperately trying to remember and understand appears again before you out on the street. You don't recall seeing it before, but you look down at the image that you've drawn of it and recognize that it is clearly the same thing. That is what you have been reaching out for to hear.
Are we intelligent enough to realize that we must have forgotten?
I don't know, you tell me. Are you intelligent enough to realize that?
I would say Sam has got something going on for that.
And
Mug
Kovac and
has
Xantix are very
not
smart.
made the connection because Mug was not present for your deductions. He's just walked up, told the monk to ring the damn bell, and is hoping it's part of someone else's plan.
And then suddenly seeing this thing attacking people and goes to run
And jumps off the.
Kovac, get some paper out and start writing things immediately.
I'm busy. I cast Wall of Force around the trunk of the false Hydra's neck.
What's the range on Wall of Force?
I
Do you
just
from the
see
book.
all the
I
others
just sent
as
out my
well?
book.
What is the amount of space that can cover again?
So Wall of Force is I can make 10 10-foot by 10-foot panels. So the goal is to use however many panels to form the circumference of the neck, and then once that's done, stack them up one on top of the other to like squeeze and restrict the neck from moving.
Or you've just given it a necklace.
Okay, it would work. It would be able to suddenly entrap it in it. At least to a certain point. What you notice, though, upon you doing this is the neck just starts to extend further up to reach over the top of the Wall of Force. It can't see it or perceive it, but it knows what's holding it back, and so it is trying to reach over it.
Oh, why
And
is it getting
extending
bigger?
a lot further than you would expect it to be able to do so.
Oh God. Okay.
Why is it getting bigger? Make it stop.
Storm
I didn't-
is horrified all over again and starts. Okay. She looks around, do they all appear where she marked her crude little map? Are they appearing in the same spots? Or are they
More or
different?
less, yes. It's hard to tell exactly because your drawing was not fantastic, but it's
But she has a
approximate.
vague idea of what, by seeing what's happening, of what her drawing was. She's getting a vague
Yeah.
idea.
You could easily make the deduction that that's what you were trying to go for.
Yeah, because she knows herself, right? So she is going to keep marking down and try and like take note and maybe correct her work that she was doing, if that's possible.
No worries.
And she will start writing notes because she's now vaguely aware that clearly I've witnessed this before because my drawings, but I have no recollection of it. I have no idea that this is something I've seen before. So she's going to try and start not writing like in-depth notes, just like key notes, little like small comments of like
Locations where it was.
yeah. Odd little like
ASL,
mannerisms or whatnot,
location.
like things that might help her not remember, but like know where to look, because she has the intention in her mind, I want to research this. So she's going to write little notes for herself of like things that might trigger the right direction of research, if that makes sense. Like colors, anything that you can't draw in a picture, basically. Like the head extends and it elongates through the neck and etc. etc. And she'll also write a note for herself to actually look into this creature, and she'll write like a little like a very very dot pointed like popped out of ground, only happened once bell rang. Seems unnoticed by pedestrians. Only visible by us, ? Look into this creature, etc. You know, like little dot point notes for herself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I would also like to write some notes. Seeing as Kovac is like, no, you're busy. Oh, the note taker
I'm
is not taking notes, and the two people who don't take notes are taking notes. Okay, let's
I'm-
do this.
I'm strangling a giant head with my telekinetic powers.
What you do
it.
in your private time is your own responsibility, okay?
When
the
Storm
privacy of the library.
Is being a scribe instead of running in head first to like try and punch something, you know there is something wrong.
How the turns have tabled here.
Yeah. So,
But
was there something else you're going to do?
oh yeah, I was gonna write down notes, but it's also like, Sam, you will not remember this. Potentially, ? Bells started to ring, heads similar to, so like, things to try and parallel to what Storm is writing. But obviously, we haven't got time to like collaborate. So it's like I'm just writing down anything I can think of immediately. Storm's drawings and map making will match up. Need to do research. You will not remember any of this. This is not a delusion or illusion. And I'll prove that by... And Sam's going to write something very specific about... I'm trying to work out what it would be. About, like, this is you, Samantha, not Samuel. And I'm trying to work out if there's anything very, very, very like, I'll write down a moment that happened when I was very young. I went into, we went into Father's office, and you managed to find a piece of information regarding to his dealings with, and it's that shipping company that we found, the one way, way, way back, the one that's kind of like a smuggler. So it's going to be very short. I don't know if Sam's told the others about this. Xantix won't know about this, of course. But obviously, if anyone else reads that, that's bad. But it's very much a very clear indication, at least hoping to be what I'm reading here wasn't just some weird la-la delusion. This is like clear-headed.
You're of sound mind and body when you wrote it.
I am of sound body and mind when writing.
So basically, Storm and Sam are doing approximately the same thing in their own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mug's doing something similar, except Mug has an appreciation for irony. Well, I have an appreciation for irony. Mug's going to pull back the sleeve of his left arm, and with the tip of his finger being his pen, the faces, the teeth, the monster run away. The exact same thing the monk had, except in proper handwriting because he is educated.
Yeah.
And also isn't
Also
etching it into
using
his
the right
skin.
hand and
Yeah, and then drawing a picture of the creature itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Xantix?
With the elongated head, and now it's stretched out further, does the head itself reach within 120 feet as it's snatching?
It's great that I have a random scatter dice from Weymouth here to choose a direction. Yes.
In that case, then, at third level, I will cast. Where is it? There you go. Oh, hold on. Do I have anything else that will reach? No, not reliably. At third level, I will cast Chaos Bolt.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
What is the effect of it? It's at third level. It at high levels, so an extra d6 of extra damage. Okay, so 2d8 and then plus. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. So I will do that. So
Alright.
I need to roll to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, God, I don't know why I fucking rolled that. I mean, okay, that's sorry. I accidentally clicked something on my thing. All right. Oh,
Just came up there.
All right.
Give it a roll.
Well, I was gonna. Looks like it's already done it for me, which saves me a whole
Okay.
bunch of calculating. Does
Yeah,
a
fair enough.
17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
All right. So, does
It's
look
kind
like
of hard to miss it.
Yep, 15 psychic damage with a further. No, it doesn't look right. Hold on. Okay, because it's saying that was the 3d8, right? No, that was only 2d8. Okay, so it was a 17 to hit.
It's added the extra dice separately, so you've got the extra 8 on top for a total of 23 damage by the looks of it.
No, yeah, 23 psychic damage at it.
Alright. Okay.
Oh god. Are we gonna have to fight this thing now?
We might.
The head rears back, looking out towards you, trying to work out where the source of this pain came from. It's going to attempt a perception check to find you.
We all go, he did it. And the last nomicide was done.
I mean,
no one will remember Xantix.
Yeah.
It does not seem to spot you. It is looking out across the crowd, but it was not looking in that direction, so it didn't see the fire come out of the church tower. So it's looking over the area, but has been unable to identify where the attack has come from.
Question mark?
Yes.
Corin,
Yes.
my construct.
Yes.
Does it actually have hearing?
It is capable of understanding your words, so yes, it does.
Damn, because otherwise it'd be like, let's go out and do this, but
Yeah.
If anything, the creature may be aware of the spectral spellbook emitting bright light floating in the street with it.
It is probably so insignificant to it that it does not care.
Oh, good. That's what I
Or
was
it's
hoping.
floating, directly underneath it, and it's kind of reached up into the air and is looking down upon the ground of its prey, so it doesn't really notice it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bell suddenly stops.
God damn it.
As soon as it stops, the priest looks over to you all and goes, I'm sorry, I don't know why I stopped. I can continue if you... And he looks towards Mug and kind of backs away a little bit and goes, if you require.
No, that was lovely. I don't know what's...
I'm guessing we forget.
Yes,
Yeah.
same as before.
I
Just the new things you have written down are the only evidence you have.
But I'm actively concentrating on a wall of force.
You would lose concentration on it, as you have no idea why you were concentrating on it. And in that moment of time, actually, you know what? I'll get you to make a concentration check to see
Okay.
if you, in that moment of time where your brain goes, "Why was I doing this?" Whether or not you keep it up. I will give you disadvantage on this roll, though.
Okay.
Because you were distracted by being distracted.
12.
Okay, then I would say you drop the wall of force.
But I feel I've lost the magic within me.
Yeah.
Is there a way of knowing?
You know that you had the spell up. Like, the last
Yeah, you'd
second's
be able to
thoughts of
feel
you were that you had the spell up, and then you thought to yourself, "Why am I doing this?" And in that moment was enough time for the spell for you to lose concentration on it, and the spell to drop.
Dissipate.
Okay.
And you're
I'd like-
left with that feeling of, "Why was I doing that? What was the purpose
Wait.
of that? I was
Would
containing
I-
something,
I-
but
Not
what?"
blind us, because that would have been bad.
I was really upset with you. I asked you to ring the bell so we could see this. I sent out my book. I think I cast a spell out there.
I think we've all gotten very confused, and it's a bit cramped up here. Perhaps we need to step down, get some fresh air. I think
Let's
we're getting a bit.
Upon you saying that, actually, the first priest that you spoke with comes up the stairs. Brother, why did you start the chimes again? You know we will have problems with the churches.
It was the will of Eldath. It was amongst us all.
Roll me a deception.
You mean persuasion?
I
No,
like
he's
that
lying.
amongst us. My brain
Yeah.
Oh,
immediately went,
deception. I heard perception.
No, I
my
would far
brain immediately
prefer
went,
persuasion.
"Amogus."
I smile and nod.
Storm is ignoring everything, sitting on the floor confused, looking at her drawings and reading her own notes.
And I'm doing the same thing with mine. However, I trailed off near the end as I was trying to describe what people were doing, and then it's just like a slight, like, you know when you're writing and then you're trying to thought, but the pen still kind of goes. There's just a weird line, just like.
I will say that for the
Ah.
purpose of writing quickly, she defaulted back into writing in cat. So she's the only person that can read her scribblings.
Oh, I made sure to write the bit in Thieves' Cant as well about the father. Well, I describe it in Thieves' Cant. So you don't write in Thieves' Cant.
So in the middle, it just goes super cockney.
I know, right? It's all ramen slang in it. All halflings are just Cockney slang in it.
Jesus Christ.
So
Apples and pears, love.
And it was
Does-
a piece.
does Kovac give advantage on the deception for going? Yeah, that's right.
I'll allow it, because that is the running joke of Smile and Nod.
Good, because the first
Thank
roll
you.
was a 4. That's better. Total of 21.
Okay. He looks to you confusedly. Regardless, there are certain procedures we must adhere to.
Storm ignoring
Sam
all of
looks
this.
confused and goes, "I'm sorry, brother. They had requested that I repeat the process. It seemed relevant to," and he gestures towards the coin floating with the symbol. That, whatever that is.
Storm holds up her piece of paper to the monk and goes, "Do you recognize this creature?"
They both look at it for a moment and collectively, "No. Should we? Some think of such disgusting horror."
I don't know. I wrote a note. It is clearly in my handwriting. And she shows the other piece of paper, which is absolute gibberish to everyone. Because it's in cat.
Oh, not more of that. Storm, I thought you were learning.
Well, I clearly was leaving note for myself, but I don't remember. But it says to look up the creature that I drew. Where would I go if I wanted to
And-
look up weird creatures? Is there
I
a
also
library
have-
somewhere?
Yes.
This says to do the thing on Storm's pet. Yeah, this is weird. I don't like this weird feeling of like a deja vu that never existed. If you get what I mean, like there's clearly evidence, no memory of this place.
Is this what you were saying is the cause of the night terrors?
I will say for
have
now we can
no
neither
idea.
confirm nor deny.
Kovac, have you heard of
Yes.
anything like this before?
May I
'Cause
roll
If
history?
anyone was to remember something, I really believe and I trust that you would be the best person to do this. And I hope this inspires you in some sort of bardic form. Oh, the
88.
cheap shots.
88.
I will go
D8.
with a history on this one.
History. I can work with that. This is the +9.
Could I give advantage as I also have vast knowledge of history.
Yes, you do.
Roll with
So-
advantage, Zoe.
Okay. Oh, okay. 24.
I was hoping for a little bit more, but that's okay.
I rolled an 11 +9 +4 from your inspiration.
You've never heard of a creature like this. You've heard of curses or magical artifacts or other such things that have caused people to lose their memories. But normally the spells of Greater Restoration can restore those lost memories, which the priests have said that they have attempted, and so clearly that is not the case. So you have no recollection of something of this particular kind. It seems abnormal and out there, but of a similar nature. As for what is causing you to forget, you are unable to work that out without looking over the notes that everyone has written down.
Collaborative effort is what we need.
Yes.
I
I'll take a moment to refer to Sam's notes.
May I suggest perhaps we all get out of this bell tower though, because we're getting a bit stuffy up here. There's quite a few of us up here. Can we get down before one of us jumps out again?
I don't know, it seems kind of nice up here. Storm over here rolling up her
No.
pieces of paper, putting them in her scroll case, and then going and standing on the edge of the bell tower, like looking out the window as if she's...
Yes.
Would I have a feeling of losing some of my magical essence as I cast a 3rd level spell?
It's more of a tiredness, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel some fatigue as if I did some magic, but I don't remember casting magic. Either way, I think... Let's get down.
Xantix, are you uncomfortable with heights?
Yeah, you seem a little bit agitated. Are you
No,
okay?
I am just noticing that there are 7 of us in a really small space with very large open windows, and we're getting very confused right now.
Insight check. I want to know if Xantix is actually scared of heights or not. Because that's, like, relevant.
What do I roll here, Ash? Persuasion? Deception? What am I rolling here?
Depends. Are you or aren't you?
Are you
trying to-
actively trying to lie about whether it is or not?
Hold on,
In
let
which
me
case it
roll
would be a
first.
deception.
Let me roll first before I answer that.
I have rolled a 19.
Well, no matter what I was going for, would have been a fail. And no, Xantix is not afraid of heights. He just generally believes that it is stuffy. There are lots of people in this space, and we're all starting to get very confused and possibly agitated. Let's get down where there's a lot more space for us to actually spread out and plan properly.
I actually understand and agree.
Okay.
Say Sam as they jump off the building and turn into a bird. Don't do that.
You come, motherfuckers!
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
As you
I
make your
will
way
agree.
downstairs, we will end the session there because it is
Oh.
almost 10:30 at night, and some of us unfortunately have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like a good time to stop to work back onto it later, give you something to think about and work out what's going on.
If we're allowed to remember.
Yeah, I'm so glad this finally came about.
See how Tom fuckery we
I'm
are with
more
all of
glad that you
this.
didn't just go straight into the mines.
Oh yeah, we would have been fucked.
Oh, this
We
is
would
where.
have been
Yeah.
so fucked. Because we wouldn't have been able to perceive anything as it just picked us off one by one. And then it just would have been like, why am I down here by myself? This is stupid. But I have to go ahead. And nobody remembers anything about any of the people that walked
Yeah.
down the line. Yeah. False
How
Hydra.
Why do I suddenly have all these markings on my body?
How do you fight the
Violence
false
and
Hydra? Is it just... Am I gonna have to go and find someone and learn silence from their spellbook? Because it seems like that's a possibility.
We don't know. We'll have to do research.
We'll find out next time
Time
on
on
Stormy Dragon Tavern.
Tavern.
Oh god, do you think this is what
No,
happened to your
no.
mother? Did your mother get tossed up in the air actually? Oh.
On that, we're definitely going to end, so we're going to press over.
You know what? It's very possible.
Where's my
The
blanket?
mind makes up the stories and fills in the blanks.
Exactly.
No.
Let's find someone to raid. Who are we raiding?
Yeah, who are we rating, guys?
Before we traumatize Zoe even more.
Let's have a look.
I mean, I'm down to traumatize people, but I'm just a heathen. All I hear is every now and then I hear the stream replaying Zoe's going. It's kind of funny.
You cruel.
It's just like, oh, because you realize how emotionally invested we are in all of these characters and everything
Oh,
now.
absolutely. Ah, okay. I found someone we can raid. If you guys are happy for me to just make a quick decision.
Let's do it.
Yep. It is one of the people playing with a few of the other people that we have raided in the past. They've only been going for 2 hours, so hopefully they'll go for a little bit longer. They are also playing D&D.
like the dunda.
Yeah. So we'll pass you along. It looks like they're having a great time. Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I could definitely tell my
Thank you.
brain was struggling to stay checked in during the end of that session because I was getting tired. So that was probably a good place to stop.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
Hopefully we'll get the opportunity to play next week, but I feel like that might be a potential no because we won't have an Oddie or a Sam.
I'm gonna be at DragCon in the UK.
Yes, so we might.
So we're gonna.
We'll see how we go.
We'll see how we go.
Zoe.
We might.
So we went bird, put a blanket on, go to sleep.
We're gonna stop and comfort our poor traumatized Zoe. Hopefully we'll see you all next week. Otherwise, the week after. We love you all very much. Happy New Year, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Toodaloo, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.